fire! We got a man down!
Alright, we're going to be starting soon. Let me switch the TV. Come on, you bitch. I don't know why YouTube changed it so you guys get the notification while I'm setting up the fucking stream. I don't understand that at all, but apparently they did. It's been like that for like 3 weeks though, so. Anyhow, let's change the screen here. Bam. Now we back. And let me take off. We're not going to jump into the game right now. Maybe at the end of the stream. I was going to do a quick stream. Maybe if we have a little time, we'll jump back in to some Tomb Raider. I don't know at this point. We are going to cover some Walking Dead teaser trailer hype. Unfortunately for people showing up a little later, we stream a lot on Sunday night. For people showing up a little later, we're not going to have like a slow intro. We're going to be jumping straight into it. So I just tweeted out to Facebook and Twitter. We're good. And where's my thing? I got to move this. Where you at? Where you at? There we go. All right. Why is the thing blurry? There we are. We have some news articles. I keep forgetting. I'm actually going to design an screen, or I should say I'm not going to design it. The artist James Milne is going to design a pop-up because I keep forgetting to mention Doomsday Kingdom. You can read digitally 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 soon, but right now 1 to 4, the Doomsday Kingdom comic is available at our website, doomsdaykingdom.com. Go ahead and jump on the digitals. Anything you buy physical, if you go to posters or prints, they're signed or just comics, anything physical that is in stock right now. There's a few things that are temporarily not in stock. Some stuff sells out. Like I said, it's going to be another 6 months until I think we are consistently at stock level where we always have something in stock, unless it sells out completely, and that's the full print run. Anyway, just throwing that out there again because we're going to start our heavy build-up promotion for issue number 5, which is a big deal because it's going to push us into Volume 2, which is issues 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and that's a big one. That's where we kind of play around with the usual stuff you get in this type of, the zombie genre, but also it's where we can begin to have a lot of fun and show you what's really going to be different, because it is definitely different. Haven't seen Uncut Gems yet. Let's move to, let me see if I got this right. I think we're going to start with the images. Before we get into it, I will mention one of the last things. Let me see, because if I'm changing the images, I don't know if I'll be able to keep the chat on the screen. So I'll go over the images, the new images for the teaser coming up, and then we will pop the chat on the screen. For right now, you'll have to do it yourself with the live chat button that YouTube offers. Aaron P., thank you for the $2 nut tap. I appreciate that. Hope you had a great stream Sunday. Let's stream. Hope I had. It's new to me right now. Or you mean last Sunday. Anyway, thank you again. We're going to look through the images. Before we do that, real quick, Julian, a member of the Matt family, has a early screener, Jesus, I can't think, of episode 9 and 10. And for the first time, I just got done talking to him. For the first time, it's a rare opportunity where AMC is like, we don't care if you guys spoil it. Which, to me, I asked him because I was like, bro, you don't do spoilers, and I don't remember you doing yada, yada, yada. And he was like, well, he explained it. He was like, well, normally there's an embargo where we can't do a spoiler, obviously, until after the episode. But with episode 1001, I think he said, they said you can do it whenever before the episode. And they're doing that for 1009 and 1010, which, again, for those who are trying to, and that's why I'm talking about this, for those who are really trying to avoid spoilers, I can't imagine there's going to be heavy stuff in 9 and 10 when AMC is like, yeah, you guys can talk about it weeks ahead of time, which doesn't make any sense to me. But Julian's going to be doing an in-depth, spoiler-heavy review. I would imagine there might be a spoiler-free version somewhere. But check him out. He's got a link on his Twitter where you can go ahead and read that if you are interested. But we have some images of Father Gabriel. I was going to call him by his actor name. We have an image of Father Gabriel with some of his crew, a bunch of, I don't even know if I know who these people are. Maybe Scott here. Is that Scott? And this looks like the moment where they come up to Gamma. This one is one of the more interesting ones here. Let me make my face a little smaller. This is Yumiko, Eugene, and Ezekiel. Now, why this image in particular is so important and so crazy and raw is two things. One, it looks like there's a chance they are really switching it up timeline-wise for the Whisperer War storyline. In the comic, it was deal with the Whisperers, and then they ventured out to the new community coming up. The new community coming up is the Commonwealth. And this image here, unless this is an odd traveling for something that has to do with the Whisperers, there could be a chance. And we already know, and we already did a breaking video months and months ago. We were one of the first on the channel to break that it was the princess casted. And it is confirmed she's in the back half. I assumed they were going to bring her in a little early, meaning maybe they were going to do something to fight off the Whisperers, some way, set up some type of trap out on the road or during some kind of scavenging mission. They ran into the princess instead of running into the princess on the way to the Commonwealth. But to bring this back around, the background here makes it seem like, yeah, they are not near where they usually are with all the woods and yada, yada, yada. So this is refreshing from a visual standpoint. But also, Ezekiel, it has cancer. They made a point to, what is it called? Chekhov's gun or some shit like that. I forget a lot of the screenplay terms. But if you show a gun, you use a gun. If you show a toothbrush, you're using that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you show an item and you have like the hero, final girl fighting the killer, and you know, oh shit, they made a point of showing that toothbrush, she's probably going to stick it in his eyeball and get away or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Same thing here. They made a point of specifically saying, back in the old world before the one full of The Walking Dead, I would be able to go to a doctor and get this cancer cured. But now we know that with this hint of this huge community that has a big medical, it's like the real world, pretty much, you know? It's so big, they don't even got fences. They just roll up in there and they got people guarding it. They got people on the outside, their little army that look like kind of a different version of stormtroopers in a way with all their white armor. So if Ezekiel is there, is this part of that which connects to him and them going to the Commonwealth to help take care of the cancer? And again, it's everything wrapped up into one. I think one aspect is the fact that the timeline, it's either one of two things, and I think it's the first thing. The first thing, and it makes me a little nervous for the Whisperer storyline. The first thing is this is happening with the Whisperer storyline, which is tricky because we also see Ezekiel there. Or I'm way off, and this has nothing to do with traveling to the Commonwealth, and this is a scavenging mission that deals with the Whisperers, and it just kind of looks like it's their trip to the Commonwealth. And the other thing is they deal with the Whisperers mostly, and then they go off on this mission, and there's a few stragglers behind, like Beta and a few others. And then the story in the back half will be far different than we, anticipated. Because right now I was expecting a heavy, intense barrage of just Whisperer warfare, which again is very different. All-out war, you got people on both sides with guns, blacka, 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 and then you wait for zombies to roll in and maneuver. And they did a poor job in that aspect because it was a little too clean, even though All Out War was all over the place. It was just too clean. I kind of feel like old Walking Dead. Walking Dead with the spirit of the earlier seasons would have had like a mob of zombies come up while they're at war, that type of shit. And I mean like in a heavy way, not with the way we got it. So with this image, it leads me to believe, yeah, man, at some point in time, the war's going to force them or give them this idea that they need to go out, maybe reach out. And with the way the Whisper, the community is set up, I don't know if they would have this kind of threat and be like, okay, we want to help you. We got this big community. So I'm a little mixed on it, but I do think this, we know it's coming up. So I do think this most likely is wrapped up into the Commonwealth storyline. Gamma, dirty as hell, bloody as hell. This is a character in the storyline I'm actually more interested and curious about here. Is that a knife in her hand? It looks like that she's holding her hand in a way where the knife is kind of, because you know how it's so thin, it's kind of straight on, so it doesn't really look like she's holding it, but she is. I am interested in what's going on here. I know we saw her chopping up walkers, so is this still from her being really bloody and nasty? But I do want to see something emotional and bloody from Gamma and her story. Here's the image I was talking about. One, it confirms Jerry is alive. Here's Jerry all the way to the left, and this is because a lot of people were speculating he would die in the cave. From what I hear, I don't go looking. This is just from the comments I see on social media and in my comments. Now, you have Jerry confirmed alive. Now, that doesn't mean that he's not going to get bit in the cave. I gotta say it. If he does get bit, he could say, well, at least let me fight until I can't fight anymore. That is possible. Yeah, it's unlikely. At this point in time, I feel like he's fine and he's in here fighting. But it is possible. And then we have Ezekiel here, which again, if Ezekiel is on the road to the Commonwealth, he can't be fighting the Whisperers unless Eugene and the radio, Yumiko, they're all from the hilltop. In the comic, if I remember correctly, the first assault was at Alexandria. So this leads me to believe they're mixing it up and going in reverse. And the first main assault will be at the hilltop, or at the same time, maybe kind of, where Alexandria is getting tapped with Beta and his gang sneaking in. And then you have the hilltop taking a full-on assault with the fire arrows and all that. If the hilltop is burned down, let me see, how did that go? Because I know in the All-Out War, it's a little tricky you'll get them mixed up at times. Because All-Out War, Alexandria was just destroyed. And then they all fell back to the hilltop. And they made a final stand there. And that's where they won. Now with the Whisperer War, that's right. They got attacked at Alexandria. They got trapped in Alexandria, dealing with the walkers, dealing with the saviors, which we already did that storyline earlier, so we don't need to do that again. And then, as they're dealing with that, the hilltop got attacked, but Alexandria stood tall, or stayed standing, I should say, and hilltop is the one that crumbled. So, they don't need to do that. Hilltop is the one that gets destroyed, and then most likely, presumably, rebuilt. And it could be earlier on, which is what sends the hilltop group out looking for the Commonwealth. Maybe because they know the destruction is so severe, that is kind of how they reach out in a way. But would they leave their people if they got this big war going on? I kind of feel like if it's done right, it would be something they would say, yeah, sure on. And I feel like I'm missing something. There's just too much in the mix it could be something simple because you got this war going on. Will they leave? And again, here's Yumiko, and this is what else leads me to believe that they are going to this new community. Look it, you got Yumiko with a sleeping mat. You got bags on the shit. So they're definitely traveling. Okay, maybe they're traveling from one community to the next. I don't think so, man. This feels like they're geared up and traveling. And if they're traveling, we already know they're going to be making their way to the Commonwealth. So it doesn't make sense they would travel on a mission and then immediately after do the same thing to go to the Commonwealth. There's also them in the cave here. You got Aaron looking cool. His arms looking a little thick. And then you have Connie, Carol, Kelly, look possessed, Jerry, Magna, and there's a funny image of Daryl. I do like the look of this cave and the idea of this cave. I hope they do something neat with it. Connie here again, Beta and Alpha, nothing major again. They talk like this often, so I've seen articles when these images came out where people are like, holy shit, it's blowing up, yet they're face to face, and it's like, give me a break. They always talk face to face. We've seen no signs. It could be, but we've seen no signs that they're whatever it is. And we got Negan chilling out with the Whispers, and dinner is just laid out on a blanket in front of him. Look at this dude. He's just like, what have I got myself into now? These masks look awful too. Not awful like, not awful for the crew working on the show. Awful like these Whisperers did a shit job, because there's no way you're gonna be mistaken for a walker. Look at you look silly as shit. Look at him. Huh? This is the one. Someone's definitely going to Photoshop Daryl out of this image and put him on a swing set, jumping on a mountain, something. You know what I mean? And obviously, I don't want to say obviously, because it could be a number of different things. He could try this and it could fail, and then they got to find a different way. But they clearly want us to think this is how they're going to try to get out of it, you know? And we got Michonne with Virgil. Is that a swimsuit here? Like a scuba suit? He did say he was on a naval base, right? So maybe this is when they're at the naval base. Something fishy is going on with Virgil, because he's going back to his people, and they're either hiding it from us, but we don't see any signs that they're anywhere near people. Plus, we find her on her own later without Virgil, so something is off there. Daryl and Carol having a little moment, and then we're back at it again. I wonder if there's anything else here. There's some other good images here. I see. This is probably different resolution. Here's some actually really cool promo art. And then we got some weird shit. Anyway. Yeah, baby. You do your thing. What else was The Walking Dead mid-season premiere receives rare sexual content rating. I'll go over the next bit of news, and then we will jump into the comment section for some fan feedback. And this basically, you can read this article for yourself, but essentially it's saying it's going to get February 23rd contains sexual situations, violence, and coarse or crude language. TVMA series is typically rated a V or VL and has rarely included sexual content, requiring the sexual situations advisory. What is it? Oh, SVL. Season 10 mid-season premiere Squeeze is so named after the perilous situation facing Daryl, Carol, and yada yada yada. Trapped and Whisper leader Alpha, leaving the survivors surrounded by the zombie hordes. Well, we do know that coming up. In the comic, they haven't done it much, but in the source material, Negan did have a problem with the way the Whisperers lived, and that had to do with sexual assault. So, 1 + 1 = 5, I don't know. You know, it seems like it would be roundabout. Now, there was a few people who told me about a new trailer showing Aaron and Beta, you know, going at it face to face or some kind of shit like that. And another trailer that showed yada yada yada. And I'll be honest, if you guys got links or proof or something for me, I'm absolutely confused. I'm searching all over Google, like multiple pages of Google on what's going on, and I can't find anything about that specifically. I found one where it was stylized in red, and Aaron and Beta were like Photoshop, behind each other, again stylized. Is that what people are talking about? Because I'm lost there. Give me a second. I'm gonna pop out the chat. We'll get the fan feedback. All right. Let me move this remote control before I... All right. And if you want to ask me a question directly, do @MakeAPathPresents. That'll shoot it directly to me. I do want to show off one more thing. Speaking of, that's not what I want on the screen. Get out of here. Get out of here, yo. I do want to show this off, though. Speaking of Doomsday Kingdom, I think this is going to be awesome. I told the artist we're putting this in. It's going to go in my home office, but we're putting this in some kind of Doomsday Kingdom office when we get it up and running. What the hell are you doing, you Facebook? Now, he streamed this too, so you can find links in the video description below, but he's got this new, I don't even know what to call it, this new artwork set software. It's digital, and this artist was working on it, and it's for painting, so it's digital, but it looks realistic. So he put up this example. I friggin' love this. He put up this example of an idea of something he was thinking. So it would be the rider, the horse, and then the house from issue number 1. And he was playing around with it today on a live stream. And real quick, you probably won't notice the differences, but this is the steps you take to get where it's highly polished and yada, yada, yada. But this is also new. I got to figure out what to call it off the top of my head, but it's basically the brush strokes, the different size brushes and all that, yada, yada, yada. But this is going to look fantastic. Now, keep in mind, this is like just the start of it, placement, and then working in some details with the grass and the house itself just a little bit. If you see what the before was, obviously, this is just like, okay, house is going to be around here, horse is going to be around here, rider will be around there. I think this is going to look proper rockin'. And if you guys know how he put together the rider from, is it up on here? Yeah, this is another painting style right here. One of my favorites, the rider from issue number 1's signature series. That has a painting look to it, and it is friggin' incredible. I love it. That one, I think that one's the only signature series that will end up being made into posters. Yeah, because from 2 on is going to be, those are exclusive to the signature series. So now that you guys have some time to think, what do you have to say about what's coming up with The Walking Dead and Commonwealth and all that? So let's skim through some of these. Gaming stream, a regular stream. We're going to start a regular. Like I said, I wasn't really sure if we were going to do any gaming. Have you seen Uncut Gems? No, I haven't. What's my favorite zombie movie? You know what? At this point in time, I don't think I have one that is like the top favorite zombie movie. One of my attempts, and the reason for that is just because I don't know. I haven't had one where it's like that's definitively that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I gotta think about that a bit. because I would say Train to Busan, but it's definitely up there. I don't know. Hopefully, when I do more flaws and awes, I'll be able to get an idea. Because I don't know, man. When zombie content comes in, I'm like, oh my god, yes, this is definitely up there as one of my favorites. But there's nothing right now that stands out as that's the top one. Hope you're doing well, Ronnie. Do you think Image should do a comic adaptation of Rise of the Governor? No, I don't think so. It wouldn't be Image anyway. It would be Skybound. It'd be published through Image, but it wouldn't be Image telling them to do it. But I know what you mean. It'd be Skybound and Kirkman's idea. I would have to say no. I guess if the artist wanted to, but I feel like the author, I'd imagine there's some type of partnership royalty-wise. And if you're going in on that deal, I would imagine one of the rules would be there wouldn't be any, or one of the stipulations, there wouldn't be any self competition. Meaning, if he writes a book, you got to read it to get the story. But if he wrote a book and then did the comic, there's so many people that are going to be like, well, screw the book, I'll just read the comic. And the author, that's what you get for author and artist at the same time. The author is cut out of the money from the comic, so I don't think so, no. And again, I don't know any details. I'm just trying to speculate, if that would be doable. And I don't think so. Why does my man Zeke have a Jason mask on his elbow? Oh, that's my cursor. The machete is even better, but for some reason they won't let you do just one. I'm trying to, maybe I'm not doing it right, but yeah, you either have the mask or the machete. Is this you, AP, with coming in with? Yeah, this is you. I just read the thing. We got a direct PayPal dono from AP. Says, hey, I hope Juliet is good. I felt bad last night for being a dick. I got more hours at work, so I'm donating for lost time. Laugh out loud. I enjoyed the gaming streams. Keep it up, bro. And he donated $10 to the channel to keep it growing. Yeah, you were a dick. I appreciate the support, but as long as you're self-aware now. For anyone who doesn't know, we were goofing around on the stream. I was pretty much done, and then I was like, I handed it over to her to finish it out. Half an hour, whatever was going on. So it was pretty much a done. Anyway, after the end of the stream, and then AP was all in the comments because she's active with the comments more than in the game. She's getting a kick out of all of it. And he's like, "You ever notice, or did you notice how everyone left once Juliet got here?" And it was like, bro, you're a grown-ass man. What are you saying shit like that for? But today's a new day. I appreciate it. She got over it. We actually, after I shut the stream down, I said, all right, fine. We're going to do daddy-daughter date night, and we'll watch a movie. That sounded bad, but you get what I'm saying. And we watched Insidious. She liked. I thought it was so boring. I don't find those horror, horror, haunting, possession stuff scary. It's kind of stupid. I got a kick out of the generic Darth Maul. I was kind of like, look at this. It's Darth Maul's coked out cousin. This guy with his bed head. It was ridiculous. Anyhow. And then we watched Nightmare on Elm Street. But I fell asleep, though, and that was stupid because she stayed up watching Tremors, which that's one of our personal favorites. We love Tremors. That's another one I would love to flaw and awe. Redo question. Do you think AMC shouldn't have showed that Yumiko, Eugene, and Ezekiel survived the war? I don't think it mattered. I don't think it mattered, really, because they're doing something with the cancer. We know he's not going to go, oh, I got cancer and then die on the battlefield. Unless it was like, I got cancer, so I'm going to sacrifice myself. Chances are he's not going to die. Yumiko was one that I'm not really sure about what dying or surviving. So maybe her. Eugene, he's not dying. So Yumiko will probably be the only one where I'm like, oh, wow, you showed that. But I don't know. It really depends on how it plays out and if I'm understanding what they got coming up or if I'm not. How and why is Scott still alive? I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess they need a recognizable face. AP said, I honestly think Rick should have returned to the Walking Dead TV show already. I would have still watched the movies. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. It's more than that. If he left to be with his family, so it's not like a show thing. It's not like, oh, he had a break, he's coming back. No, he's gone. You know what I mean? He's gone for good. Yeah, I read it to the chat. Public apology, laugh out loud. You good, man. Appreciate the support. Do you see Daryl punching Sebastian? Daryl punching Sebastian? Yeah, I could picture it. Well, what microphone do you? I use the, what is this? The Blue Yeti? Yeah, the Blue Yeti. I started with the Blue Snowball, so if you got to grab the Blue Snowball, I think that's like $40 or $50, and then the Blue Yeti's like 100 or 120, something like that. I love the girl with all the gifts. If you've seen it, what did you think? I actually have a review on the channel. I wasn't impressed. I don't remember hating it, but I also wasn't like just sucked into the world and the characters. Yeah, you'll have to watch the review to get a full insight. You got that Rider Images poster. I own one. I definitely recommend to anyone reading comic. Amazing piece of work. Well, we don't have it currently on the site, because I know we had some printed up, but we don't currently sell it on the site. But I mean, like, I want to get it in stock. Like right now, if you wanted the Memories or issue number 1 cover, those are in stock. We don't have the Rider 1 in stock as a poster, but I would like to get it. Not the Rider 1, the Rider painting looking. Hey man, do you think the show will make the Commonwealth armor similar, if not identical, to the comic or not? At this point, I don't see why not. I thought it was kind of silly having the CRM communities all blacked out and then having the Commonwealth all whited out. I don't know. What's the likelihood of running into two totally different and not connected communities, and they have similar uniform, one color suits? I just find it so damn silly. I would prefer if they changed it up a bit and had more of a white-red dynamic. Not only that, having them all white, I get it visually. You look at them and you're like, all right, well, they don't seem like they get dirty a lot and see a lot of action because they have it all on lockdown. I don't know. I just think all that white is dumb, man. If they don't see any action, like if they were the royal guards for the president, and then the ones that were in the field had more red. Wait, didn't Mercer have red on? Wasn't he like an all red? So yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at that. Just a thought of something. When we see Negan shirtless and looking sad in a trailer, what if Alpha is making him rape someone as sort of a initiation? I don't think so, buddy. Insidious Chapter 2 is a lot better. They actually get better as they go. Oh, there is a second one? I was thinking Insidious was The Conjuring or the beginning of The Conjuring. For some reason, I was thinking they were all connected. Again, I never watched any of them. Insidious, 1, 2, however many. The Conjuring, Annabelle. What else is The Nun? Aren't they all connected? Wow, they made money off that franchise. But yeah, I don't find like ghosts or possessions. I just can't find them the least bit scary. It's like ghosts just aren't real in a way where, like zombies, it's not. You can't say, oh, Barani, you love zombies, but it's not that, Zombies don't scare me. Being eaten alive or a mob beating you and ripping you apart, that's creepy. That freaks you out. I love the zombies more as a creature feature with scary, creepy atmosphere. Like, it is scary being all alone. You can't just call the cops or an ambulance. I mean, that's a scary world to live in. But the zombies themselves, I don't look at zombies and go, hoo, they scare me. But like with ghosts and possession stories, I just can't find myself. It's rare I think when I was little, I enjoyed like The Exorcist, stuff like that, but I don't know. I love Tremors, Flaws and Alls. I think the original doesn't get enough praise due to the terrible sequels. Honestly, I don't mind Tremors 2 Aftershocks. I like 1 and 2. 2's like a guilty pleasure, I think, but I like 1 and 2. They wear weird hats in Fear. That's creepy. Alpha and Negan screw in the season premiere. 100% confirmed. Why wouldn't they? They should get it on in every episode. Terrified on Netflix is an amazing ghost movie. Terrified even creeped me out. That's hard. Terrified. I don't think I've heard of that one. Do you think the show will surpass the comic? Do you mean will it go past where the story ended? Yeah, I do. At this point in time, there's only two things it can do. It can go past it, or it can end right where it ended and keep some of the characters alive in the other movies and spin-offs and shit like that. Now, it's close to a point where we could see this 11th season be in the end. That would be the Commonwealth. However, if you look at the story from the comic and what they're translating, that's rough. Because all you have from the Commonwealth is a whole lot of nothing, and then Rick dies. Stuff happens, but it's for entertainment on TV, it's a whole lot of nothing. It's you get to a place and it's like, oh yeah, see that? Doctors and lawyers, they have the good life, and then, people who bake bread, yeah, they kind of don't. You know what I mean? Oh, look, we should change it up and not be this way, blah, blah, blah. And then Rick's dead. So for a season of the show, I think they're going to have to put some serious tweaks and pressure on the story to suck us in when it comes to that. Do you think the show's... Oh, I already did that one. Do you think the show should have had Billy Green instead of Beth? I don't think it matters, really. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Not being pushy at all. But curious when you think The Walking Dead 103 Flaws and Alls will hit. Loving that series to death, man. Really entertaining. Well, I didn't even start it outside of the script. Well, I should say I didn't start the editing. I did the scripting alongside of 102. I did 102 and 103 at the same time, scripting-wise. As far as editing goes, I didn't even start it yet. I should have had it almost done, but we had power out. We had a heavy storm came, and then a power outage for 2 days, and that shot my whole friggin' plans, man. So yeah, your Flaws and Alls would have dropped 1,000% on Tuesday, but now with numerous days now, when the power went out, and then even once the power came back and having to literally rub the skin off of my hands from trying to keep the living room from flooding, which was insane. I said screw it and put on a stream, and we played a video game, you know what I mean? So it just jacked up my whole plans. And even last night, I haven't done a gaming stream. Even last night I was like, screw it, and I threw the gaming stream on for like 3 hours. I'm going to do everything I can to get it up as soon as I can, though. You know what I mean? I know it will come up this week. How's that? That's the best I can say. Because I'm not going to say Wednesday, because then people are going to be like, look at you, didn't upload it on Wednesday. But it'll be this week. And then again, right behind it is Night of the Living Dead, which I'm pretty excited to see how that'll come out. Thoughts on The Shining, Dr. Sleep? I didn't watch Dr. Sleep. I think it's criminal that It Chapter 2 made $700 million while Dr. Sleep bombed. Well, I think it makes sense. I honestly think it makes sense. As far as story-wise, I don't know. I didn't see it. But it has that appeal with the clown. I mean, that right off the bat, that creature feature appeal, it's huge. You're not only going to get the younger demographic that are finding any way possible to go see it because it's friggin' it. It's fun to be scared when you're younger, but you're also getting the older fans. You're getting fans of the franchise. You're getting couples that are going on dates. You know what I'm saying? Shit, at that time, oh man, It Chapter 2, go see a movie? Yeah, let's go see that. Whoop-de-whoop. When it comes to Doctor Sleep, you're losing a lot of that. You're losing the creature feature fans. You're losing the fans of that continuation of that story. The Shining, even though it had an original, it had a book and then an original, that was 1990. You know what I'm saying? Coming out now, it's all nostalgic for us. The Shining, I do get it. I know when I was little, I think like my mother was like, when I was little, I watched this and it freaked me out. So it was kind of like it missed its moment. You know what I mean? Around 20 years after the fact is like the sweet spot. The Shining was just a little too late. Doctor Sleep was just a little too late. If it came out in 20 years after, when was the original Shining? Someone let me know. 70s, 80s? If it came out maybe in the early 2000s, no bullshit, I think it would have had a little more pull for the Shining fans. But the trailer also, it looked fucking stupid. That's why I didn't go see it. It looked fucking dumb. It looked like I would rent it from Redbox and be like, that was okay. So if anything, I'm going to have to say the trailer, and maybe not having a lot of critical praise in the papers, because I didn't hear much good things about it. I'm still going to watch it with an open mind one of these days when I get around to it. You think Jadis will be back on the show? Yes, 100. Not the show, the movies. But I don't know about the show. I don't see why there's a reason to bring her on the show unless it's to confirm Rick is alive. But if that's the case, she has to do it while she's dying or something, because then she can lead them right to Rick, and that's not the story they're telling unless something changes for the actors. I've had a couple ghost experiences, so I can relate. You might have had something that tripped your mind up, but ghosts are just impossibly. It's like it's an impossibility. Energy can't live outside of some type of containment. It's just, ghosts are just not real. I went to see Harley Quinn's Birds of Prey today. It was real good and R-rated. Good for you. That one I'm hearing mixed things about. People are like, oh man, it's real good, and then other people are like, man, it's terrible. Speaking of zombie movies, I can't be the only one that hates 28 Days Later with all that shitty lightning and fast shaky cam. I will say, I don't hate it, but I do hate with a passion the shaky cam in 28 Days Later and 28 weeks later. It is unforgivable, the shaky cam, because that's one of the reasons I hated fast zombies when I was younger, or I should say still to this day, most of the time I hate it, not because of the actual zombie, but because how they film the zombie. It's like, oh my god, yo, we got this zombie scene, the dude's being chased by zombies. Well, how do we make this full attention and grip the audience? Oh, I know, we can have a guy jump over the fence and his shirt gets caught, and he's yanking, they're getting closer, he finally rips it, falls to the ground, they're even closer, they're going over the fence, he gets up, slips on some mud, and then he jumps over a banister, goes into a house, but it's locked, so he's pounding on it, they're getting even closer, he breaks through the door, he tries shutting the door, but since he just broke it, it's not shutting and locking properly. He takes a dresser, he slams it down over the door. Zombies are just like throwing themselves like into the windows and trying to crawl in, and some of them are getting stuck, but one gets through. He runs through the house, and another zombie is like at the front door, but not busting in, but there's there, so he can't go out the front door. He goes upstairs, maybe even throws the dresser downstairs, but zombies get over it. He goes out the window on a small roof, rolls off or looks for a spot to jump, have the zombies filling up, and he jumps and then goes into a backyard, another building, does the same shit, or over a banister, in and out of 2 or 3 different houses in this neighborhood, like a suburban neighborhood. Do some crazy shit like that. Instead, they go, okay, he'll run, the zombies will run, and we'll just shake the camera. And that's one thing that I find unforgivable, because it's lazy and it's not interesting. The Walking Dead did it a little bit with 102, and I know why they do it. We all know why they do it, because it's easier and cheaper than the choreography, setting up blocking where the extras are going to be. Because again, you're working with extras. It's not like a well-trained actor who's hitting his mark. And even for a well-trained actor, you're doing all this running and falling and moving and yada, yada, yada. Especially for longer takes, it's easier to just shake the camera. And I hate that shit. Anyway, it's so weird how different things affect people differently. The only type of horror that actually creeps me out is paranormal stuff, especially when you don't really see the ghosts. I understand some of the creepy aspects, like in the dark, where you feel eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get some of it, and there's times where you might get that, oh man, that's freaky or scary, but at the end of the day, it's easier for me to go, because I've gotten those moments too, where it's like, oh man. But what I find scarier, because that's instantly like, whatever. What I find scarier is a real flesh and blood person stalking you, trying to hide in your house. You go to the store, they hide in your house, and they're hiding in your attic, under your bed, in your closet, while you're home, and they're waiting for you to go to bed, so they can get you in your sleep. I bet most of you are going to check your house before you go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is creepy and real, and it could get you. A ghost ain't going to get me. I mean, shit. I even said Candyman 5 times. Nothing. Did you stop collecting back issues of The Walking Dead? No, I didn't stop collecting them. And I'm still going to go for a complete collection. Now that the series has ended, though, there's no rush. Because I know in 5 years, the people who got wrapped up in the hype, they're going to fizzle out. And they're just going to sell off everything. And it's going to be a buyer's market. So collectors are going to have a great time. The shit that was top dollar a year, 2, 5 years ago is going to be bottom dollar in 5, 10 years. Almost definitely. Bottom dollar, but still like a value, obviously, because you're going to have a bigger fan base now than you ever did before. That's cool, man. Like I said, not being pushy at all. I'm here for it whenever it hits. I appreciate the support. 1980, The Shining. Okay, yeah, so 1980, let's say 2000. Yeah, right on the money. I still feel if it came out in 2000, 2001, matter of fact, I bet money on it. If it came out then, it would have been fire. Maybe not a home run like now, but it would have been fire. The Shining was the 70s. All right, so is it 80s or is it 70s? I know there was a TV one with the guy from Wings. Shining was not a box office smash at release, but became a cult hit. Well, I appreciate the background info. I don't think it needed to be, for what was it, Doctor Sleep, because again, the important thing is it became a cult hit, and it grew a huge fan base. I mean, so big. Cinema fans are most likely fans of that. Any movie fan is a fan of Shining, pretty much. Did you hear about the S for sexual? Yeah. You think Negan and Alpha bump uglies? No, I think it has to do with rape or sexual assault. And it could be anything. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying. That's the one thing we have like a hint for. So, but I covered that already. Is Jadis Mila Jovovich's sister? I have no idea why you would think that. The Shining was the 70s. Who do you think Sebastian will kill in the Walking Dead TV series if Rick doesn't return? Well, this is a tricky one because I know I'm going to say they don't have to do that. But they'll probably do that just because it is connected. And this is where a part of my bias is skewed a little bit because if it's good in the comic, I expect them to do something similar on the show. The Sebastian stuff is probably some of the worst. It's just the worst of the Walking Dead comics. So, yeah, I don't want them to do it. I don't think they should do it. I don't understand why they would do it. But they most likely will. Now, who are they going to kill? I don't know. Take your pick, but I doubt it's going to be anyone of substance. Kirkman picked Rick because he was ending it. The show, if it's not ending, is not going to just clap someone they can make money from still. So it's got to be dramatically different. Aaron. There we go. They're going to build Aaron up and then kill him. Who do you think Sebastian... All right. The Shining was absolutely from 1980. Okay, tell you what. I don't know how fucking difficult this is. Map Mob. What the actual fuck? We all got Google. Hold on. The Shining. 1980. Okay, who said 70? I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Where you at? I doubt I'll find it. Someone said 70 to 80. Oh, nice. But yeah, officially, I'm looking at it right now. 1980. So, is there any... Release date, May 23rd, 1980 in the United States of America. So that's not even like January, so maybe it was like, 70? Anyhow, so yeah, The Shining was 1980. And I still think it would have done better 2000s, you know? Did The Thing come out in the 80s? Yes, The Thing was like 83, 84. I always get that wrong. Might have been 85, but it was early 80s for sure. What was going on here? Dude, Dr. Sleep was surprisingly good. Give it a shot, man. You won't regret it. Like I said, I appreciate it. I'm not watching it any sooner, but I will watch it. Is it even out on Blu-ray yet? I've had people do that. I've had someone up my ass, like a fucking hemorrhoid. Is that a thing? Trying to get me to watch Parasite when it wasn't even released yet. First off, it wasn't in theaters around me. I caught it and I was like, that looks good. And then everyone blew up about how great it is. And I already know, like, I'm buying it on Blu-ray and I'm just gonna whatever. When I find a case or release I like, I'll watch it, I'll get it. I'm likely gonna do it digital so I can do a flaw and all, most likely. But yeah, like someone for like 3 weeks straight, I'm like, bro, it's not even out yet. It's out now. But I don't know if Dr. Sleep is out. It could have been, and I just missed it. But I will get to it. I'm probably not going to rush. Not just yet. Here's Johnny. Jack Nicholson is a legend. He is. I want a hot toy of something for Jack Nicholson. Either the Joker, which would be like my holy grail, or even The Shining. What else? I don't know what else they make of Jack. It's either I've seen an image of The Shining, and then the Joker. I'd probably have to go for the Joker, so that way I can have Heath Ledger, the Joker, Jack Nicholson, the Joker, and then Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker, and not Jared Leto, the Joker. Don't even fucking send me that. I love you, Matt family, and I appreciate every little thing you send me because, you know, I'm poor and can't do it myself. But I swear to fuck, this is not reverse psychology. Don't you ever fucking even dream about sending me a Jared Leto Joker. I'd probably beat it with a Lucille. I'm not even playing, so don't, because then I'd be forced to. You need to write a slasher movie. I am. Not a movie. It's going to be part of a horror anthology at this time. I don't know if it's going to be its own thing, but it's called He Wore Her Face. And, oh my God, I fucking love this thing so much. There's a lot of polish and rewrite or some rework I got to do because the story is a bit tricky. I'm trying to do something where it's not just here's somebody and they're killing, but oh my God. I'm telling you what, though. I think visually I tried to create something that had a purpose. And I think when it comes to the purpose and the look of the killer, I feel like it's a home run. Hockey mask, you know, inside out Shatner mask levels of home run, because it's like, that's a thought. I feel like people are going to go, why the fuck didn't someone think of this sooner? Because it's something that, like, even the Scream mask, it's become like iconic. So I got to tweak it. It's got to have the right look, but that's going to be the slasher. And the only thing I could do right now, I can't make a movie. What I can do is I could write a script and sell it, but as far as original content, I'm going to write it in the horror anthology, or maybe its own mini short story, and then we're going to put that out. And again, I'm not sure if it's going to be only digital. We're going to self-publish it somehow, digital, and then maybe get like a physical copy signed, something like that, like Indiegogo. I'm not sure yet. But it will be digital. If I get lucky and maybe somehow I can find an artist to pay to do a physical version. This will be different though. It's not like an ongoing yada yada yada. So it would be like doing a crowdfunding to just pay the artist as a work for hire. And then because when it comes to this in particular, I'm standing firm with keeping rights, because I believe in the look of the killer. I'm keeping that merch rights for the fucking, because that's what we'd go after. If we did anything that was successful, I'm going at NECA and I'm like, listen, we need to do it, because you could do that. Some recent, was it Anthrax or something? Music people, like heavy metal music people, I don't know why it's that, but a couple of them had NECA make their likeness, and they sold it on their website, so you can do that. But yeah, it's called He Wore Her Face, and I still need a while. It's going to probably be about 6 months, but I'm fucking hyped for that. If people are interested book-wise, how would you feel of getting a snippet, or do you just want like, okay, it's done, here's the whole thing? Because that's something I'm curious about, like doing teases. Do you when the next Predator movie will be? I don't know when it's going to be. At this point in time, I have no idea. I know I want to win the lottery and buy the franchise. That's all I know. Good luck on collecting them. I'm close to having a complete first run. I'm just 9 issues away. I'm actually have issue 1. It's fun collecting them. Oh, that's what's up. Well, good luck on the last 9. You're almost there. Who do you think will be the next character to come back via flashback or hallucination? I don't even know. There's no way I'm getting that right. I guess since Michonne's leaving, it wouldn't be a stretch to have Andrea in something, but then again, would she? Especially with how she left, what would be the purpose of it? Is she, high? Is she dying? I mean, is that even a reason to bring someone back? So I'm probably just being lazy and picking Andrea, because 9 times out of 10, unless it's like a Shane type, I just don't think there's a reason for it. Like the Abraham with Sasha, there was no reason for that. I'm cool with it because, Michael Cutlitz gets to come back and do a little scene after he was killed off, but there was just no reason for it. Meet to Type, 1980. Oh, meant to type, 1980. Don't play. The Shining is definitely from 1980, and The Shining miniseries from the 90s with Steve Weber. That's his name. And what do we have here? 1982 for The Thing. I was so close. The only year I didn't say. Spin. I didn't see it. I said movie 80, book 77. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's what some people were saying when it came to the book, or maybe that's why some people thought 1970. Because, I didn't even think to count the book, because I'm talking about the movie. But, the book in 77, Spin looked it up, and movie in 80. The Thing 82. Do you see Amazon Studios making an animated series of The Walking Dead Invincible successful? Wait, hold on. Let me redo that again. Mods, too. If you're a mod and you're talking to me, don't forget to do the same thing at Megapath Presents, because I am just looking at the orange. So, just so you know. Do you see Amazon Studios making an animated series of The Walking Dead if Invincible is successful? Invincible, sorry. That's a tricky one. I'm not sure. I think it should come out eventually, but if Invincible is successful, I would think they would try to find an up-and-coming new story he's telling, or book or something. You know what I'm saying? Invincible and The Walking Dead is two totally... You're talking about superheroes and then zombies. So I think with the Walking Dead, it should be done, but... I can't see Invincible swaying that conversation. They're either interested in doing it now or they're not. I can't see Invincible's success being like, oh, light bulb, we should do The Walking Dead. They're either considering it, or they just don't want to do it, or they can't do it. Because again, we don't know if they can do an animated one. We don't know that yet. It's never been officially confirmed whether they could or not that I know of. The guy, Cillian Murphy, what's his name? Cillian Murphy from 28 Days Later is a TV series, Peaky Blinders. Have you checked it out? No. It's on the list to watch, though, and I like him, too. Have you seen The Departed with Jack Nicholson? Yes, I like that. They did let Jared Leto in The Birds of Prey. Yeah, they didn't even let him in that. That's kind of a cheap shot, though. I can't believe they... I don't know. That sucks. That sucks. That does suck. But, hey, it is what it is, you know? He Wore Her Face is going to be creepy as fuck. I'm telling you right now, there's a scene on Polishing, and I was like, yo, this, if you done it right in a movie, I don't know how it's going to read. I really don't know. Because when you're reading it, you give a lot away. So you got to write it differently for a book, obviously, than when you see it on the screen. Because on the screen, you can have something, and you see that visual, and it's instant, and it's chill. You know, it gives you the chills. But for a book, you got to set it up and do it in a way that help them visualize it easy, digestible, less words is even better. Because, again, you want it quick and sudden. But I do feel with the look of it and what I'm going for, it's going to be creepy. Or at least that's one thing I'm focusing on when I'm doing all the scenes. It's not just... There's a few slasher, homages, kind of. There is one, and again, some of the kills I took out of my script, the reboot of Friday the 13th script. So there is one kill that maybe could be kind of an homage to Jason with the sleeping bag. But it's so early when it comes to that kill, I don't even know if I'm going to include it yet. But I am including the lantern, if anyone knows the lantern kill. With the lantern and the bow and arrow, that will come out of my Jason script and go into the He Wore Her Face. It sounds good, but you should change the name. Way too cheesy and unoriginal. Besides, that sounds like a hit. I'm keeping the name. I'm not changing it. Let me see, because when I did a name search, I didn't see any... No, it's either that name or it's not getting made. At least for a book. If I sold the rights... they can do whatever they want. I don't care. Or even if I... found a publisher that was like, okay, you know, well, no, that's not really the same thing either, because that has nothing to do with it. Because even if I found a publisher, I'd rather just self-publish if they were like, oh yeah, change the name. Let's see, movie. Yeah, I got nothing. Again, I could do a bigger search. Let's try book. And this is even for similar titles. He Wore Her Facebook. Oh, I get it, because I put Facebook. What I Wore book. Yeah, there's literally nothing. I'm not really sure how that's not original. Maybe I'm not thinking of it properly. You give me ideas that... Plus, you don't even know what it means yet. Like, you don't even know what it means yet. If you think a killer's going to be cutting people's faces off and wearing their face, you're dead wrong. That's not at all even close to what it is. But yeah, if you're thinking that, no. It has nothing to do with wearing people's skin at all. So, where are we at? Yeah, the horror anthology. With all the horrors from horror. Horrors. Would you rather make a TV series that's a horror anthology like Shudder, Creepshow, like Shudder's Creepshow, Twilight Zone, and Outer Limits, or a horror drama like The Walking Dead? Well, here's the tricky thing. Am I dying? I mean, if I could live for, at least 20 more years, I'd like to make both. If you say which one would I rather do first, I don't want to do Twilight Zone Yeah, I'll probably go with not the Twilight Zone. Creepshow I like. Outer Limits, man. I haven't watched that since I was like 8, so I don't even remember that to say. But No, when I think of a horror anthology, I'm thinking like Trick or Treat, man, something like that. So I would say like Creep Show, Trick or Treat. You know what I'm saying? If I had the chance to pick a horror drama, I would do both for sure. I mean, even the horror anthologies, they're all gonna have, because my shit is always grounded in realism and ultra realistic. And again, that's part of my style because that's what I love. As someone who consumes the content, I don't like, really flaky and stretch of the imagination type stories. Well, I should say I don't like them. I prefer things that are grounded. So do I get a kick out of Creep Show? Yeah, but I'll watch it once every 10 years. I don't digest that over and over and over again. Like The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead I can, and again, it has a lot to do with, to the best of their ability, grounding it in realism. For me, I find it way more entertaining. Even when it comes to simple stuff. I mean, tiny stuff. When it comes to gunshots and stabs, when it has that element of realism, it just hits. Train to Busan, not bad. Hey, what are your thoughts on the movie being a foreshadow? Yeah, I saw that, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I have no clue what that means. Foreshadow to what? At this point in time, I do think Negan is going to do the same thing as in the comics. I'm writing a art film called Snuff. It's about a snuff filmmaker dealing with morality and shit. Art film called Snuff filmmaker. You just reminded me of, what was that? I just saw something on Netflix that had to do with art. That was more like supernatural. Some painting was killing people or something because the artist used blood in his work. Hold on. Are you the same person? Did you gotta be joking. John H. Are you the fucking John H. I know? Because you gotta be joking. I picked a title that's not ever been used in a book or movie or play or anything before. And you're making a book called Snuff that I'm almost positive has been made already. Title: Snuff movie, Snuff film. Snuff. Oh, it's a film genre, but I guess it hasn't been used. Snuff movie. Yeah, there was a Snuff movie in 2005 called Snuff. What about book? Snuff book. I mean, it could be a working title. Yeah, there was a book called Snuff. There's a lot of things. Holy fuck, there's a lot called Snuff. Who's that? Chuck Palahniuk? I don't know. Anyway, have at it, brother. Have at it. I'm dealing with morality and shit. I definitely think that can anything could work, to be honest, but knock yourself out. Made me think of something that came in a mystery box. It was called The Editor, and it was about a filmmaker and people getting killed, and it was wild. There was this restaurant scene that made me bust my gut, man. It's like inappropriate humor, but this cop was watching someone oh my god, what was it? I don't know, but it was a guy and girl, and they were kind of like married or in a relationship, and they were arguing at a restaurant, and the cop was trying to figure out who's doing all the killing, and the girl was being such a bitch, and the cop, after doing a stakeout, gets up, walks over, and just like backhands her, and then he yells at the guy. He was like, that's what you should have been doing, or some shit like that. I don't know. It's called The Editor. You got to watch it. It's wild. All I remember is it was so off the wall, I couldn't stop watching. You know, one of those movies. So definitely check that out if you have it or you're interested. I really wish you could just get the movie funded. Well, see, here's the thing is, we need to take the baby steps. I said, screw it, we're going to come out and do the comic as an original thing. We have the comic up and running. Now, like I said, if we tripled our readership, let's say we got 10 times the amount of readers tomorrow, and I'm just exaggerating it to show, we can go full time because we have that definite level of stability the artist needs to quit his job and dive into, and then we're rocking and rolling. But we need somewhere to send it so that way people aren't paying shipping every single month and yada, yada, yada. We could move to a system where we're doing 6 months, and then we ship every 6 months, where we ship one volume that contains 5 issues. So there's different things like that, but that would be the step one. Okay, we have this ongoing story and people are loving this. So that lets people know it's not just a flake. This is something where it has talent. There's a community there, interest there. So the idea is to do the book, the book, because this way we don't have to worry about art. We can just have the story and then have it published. And then let's say people just downright hate it. And again, I won't mark that out as a possibility. Let's say you guys hate it. And I'm just like, okay, well, you know what? I thought it was good, but it wasn't. All right, then we have the book, and let's say it's selling good and it's picking up outside our community. Then we can say, well, what if? And even then it's a stretch. What if we crowdfund to shoot a short, not a short book, but a short story about this from the book. You get what I'm saying? So again, it's those small steps where it's like, but even then we would need people on board on the team that actually have the skill and the talent and yada, yada, yada. I would love to be able to shadow direct and see, because I'm not going to jump onto a set and be like, yeah, I know everything, far from it. I've only learned a tiny bit of things, and even a lot of stuff I learned as an actor, hitting your mark. There's probably a lot of things I forgot. You know what I mean? When it came to different lenses or shooting types, there's definitions and different things, different lingo that I just forgot, man. It's been 10 years. So, baby steps. I wish I can get the movie funded, but we're going to have to start with the book. And again, that's because that's something that I can just do. All I got to do is sit down and do the story. I don't have to wait up funding and filming and yada, yada, yada. So that way, at least you guys get a story, and those who are interested in reading can read, and then those who want to wait for the funding to pick up can. Joaquin Phoenix just won for Best Actor. That is fucking awesome. He deserved that for not only the role, but all the shit he had to deal with just because they fucking nominated him. No, don't change the name. I'm never changing the name. He Wore Her Face is it. That's it. That's 100% it. And here's the thing. Once you guys are a quarter of the way into the story, maybe less, you will exactly know what it is. And again, it has nothing to do with skin or wearing someone's face, like cutting off their, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Not that. So anyway, but trust me, I have a feeling you guys will fucking love it. Even for me, it's hard to freak me out, and it gave me the creeps. Are the Deeper Intos on hold? Yes, permanently, forever. We are now doing only the Flaw and Awe. The Deeper Intos got 0 support. I mean, hell, the Flaw and Awe, I really thought it would pick up. The Flaw and Awe. It's like a bare knuckle fight to get the support for that. It really is. I mean, and here's the thing is, if we had, and I understand, if it's something people are like, well, we'll watch it whenever it comes out. It's fine. It's fine. Definitely fine. That's the way it is. It'll be slow until we build, because right now we need, in order to support it strictly off YouTube ad revenue, we would need, where are we at now? We get movies between 2 to 5 watching, and then even The Walking Dead old series, we had only like 5 or 5 to 7 watched. First one, second one was lower. So let's see, 5. We probably need like 20 times the amount of people watching just to be able to do it. You know what I mean? Without ever asking about Patreon or the Map Mob supporters. Deeper Into's got like 1/3 the less support than Flaw and Awe. So that's permanently on hold. The Flaws and Aws, it's getting more, but it's still like, it's just not enough to do 2 a week like I want to. But again, we're going to keep putting them out, and hopefully slowly we'll bring in some new people, play around with some things, maybe we'll build up. And again, the support is only there until we got enough viewers to where we don't need it, and we're just working off sponsorships and ad revenue. And that's another thing, I'm reaching out to sponsors as well, because Once we get the right sponsor or two, that's it. We're gold, and we can work on consistent. And if you don't sell the rights unless the money is too much to turn down, well, I don't plan on selling the rights. Not for this one. I have other shit I can sell the rights to. It's not like this is the only one, but I agree with that. Gabe Vincent with a $10 love tap. This is just to help support the Walking Dead Flaws and Awes. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much for the support. And I want to make that clear too. We will only, or you will only hear that, the talk about support and bringing it up, because that's what I didn't do for Deeper Into. I didn't say shit. I didn't promote the Patreon, and it got absolutely no support, like nothing at all. Even with the Flaws and Awes, and I came straight out and said, like, listen, if the support comes in, I'll do 2 of these every week. One Walking Dead, one movie. And I think we made like $20 in support for monthly. Which, again, I want to be honest with you guys and not, like, shame the community, you know? If the majority of people are like, it's not worth it, totally fine, and we're going to go slow and build it slow. It's the only thing we can do. But, yeah, if we did get, like, we had, there's only about, like, 200 comments of people like, I hope this gets supported, but they're not supporting. If we had, like, 1,000 people, let's say, just jump in and go, all right, here's $1 a month. That will cover the fees for Patreon, or even YouTube's even worse. God forbid. My goal would be to just go nuts. Do 2 a week until 6 months from now, when we have the viewership up, and then we can say, okay, everyone or whoever's not interested, pull back your support, and we're working only on sponsors and ad revenue for now. That would be my plan if people were like, okay, we want to support, but just temporarily. I'm more than willing to be like, okay, I promise, grind hard, 6 months, and then everyone can pull out at that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that too. Because again, all we need is the right sponsorship, Velvet Buzzsaw, and 6 months to bring in new people, or something with the notifications got to give, because I'm getting people all the time. YouTube unsubscribed me, or YouTube's not giving me notifications. I thought you were fucking dead because I never get notifications. You know what I mean? I get these messages all the time. So I don't know what YouTube is doing. Slizzle 2290 with a $5 Flaws and Awes support. Thank you very much for the support, brother. We'll definitely appreciate it, because the Flaw and Awe series is something that I would love to be the mainstay on the channel. And now I'm feeling bad, because I want to be honest and transparent. Because again, I don't want another Deeper Into. I didn't talk about it. I didn't, bring it up. And then people were just like, oh, you don't want to, make Deeper Into? And it's like, so then I waited so long to just come right out and say what the problem was. Some people are like, oh yeah, Ronnie, you're doing all this other work, but you're too lazy to do Deeper Into, which is my absolute all-time most favorite thing to create for YouTube, was the Deeper Into series. So for anyone to sit there and be like, oh, Ronnie doesn't want to make them, it's like, you have no idea what you're talking about. You honestly don't. Those take like 45 hours of work, with half of that going to research alone. It's incredible. Coronavirus, your thoughts? Sucks. I hope it doesn't get us all. If the Walking Dead movie bombs, you think AMC will cancel this series and bring back Rick for the final season? No, again, wait, if the movies bomb, how do I figure this out? Listen, AMC can't make him come back unless there's something we don't know with the contracts. He is gone. So if the movies bomb, do I think they're going to force him back on the show, or no? I think they'll make a smaller second movie to end it, or connect it, or leave it with a mystery, so maybe they can do something down the line. AMC, this is a money machine. They're not giving up without a fight, even if it bombs. I think they'll just pivot and do smaller, look for bigger money. But if it does bomb, and I'm sorry, I don't mean this to sound cocky, but holler at me. I guarantee I got the script. the next one will not bomb. Fuck, you can. I don't have anything to even put up as a bet, but if I had it, you could take it. I understand that, but there's nothing like an actual visual action. I get in. Listen, I'm the same way. The majority of stories, and I like reading, but the majority of stories I want in a movie. So I'm right there with you, Kim, 100%. If I can find a way, I've never directed anything. You know what I mean? So if I can find a way to get this with a concrete team. And that's one thing you guys will know when you see me when it comes to projects. You'll never see me piss about with something and then release it and it looks like something that's embarrassing. I will not do it. I know if we put something out there, it will not be something that's just dog shit. I would rather make something that we can be proud of that's 10 minutes over a dog shit 2-hour long movie. It will not happen. So I'm right there with you. If we can do it, I'll do it. But I still feel like we need to take baby steps, and I'm fine with that. And I want to prove to people that I'm not just some YouTuber who's like, oh yeah, I got some people listening to me. Hey guys, I could write a book, buy my book, or I can make a movie. Give me money, let's make a movie. No, I'm since I was young. That's what I'm doing. Writing, creating stories, scenes, characters, moments. So I feel like I have no problem getting in there and showing. So the only thing I can think of to start small is with that, with the book. But we'll work on it. Aaron P. with a $2 dono. Any chance of gaming tonight? Probably not, brother. Oh, no, probably not. I still have my game on. Well, I'll fund it when I hit the jackpot, promise. Same here. I'll make the same promise. If I ever hit a jackpot, I'll put it right into the channel and the movie and all that. Ronnie, you're fearful of the budget in The Walking Dead and it goes forward this season. Will it hurt the stories? I'm always fearful of the budget. Just joined. You see Joaquin Phoenix won an Oscar. I think that's great. Love the deeper intos, just saying. Same here. I mean, shit, same here. When will issues 1, 2, and 3 bundle be available again? I've been trying to buy them for months. You just need to wait a little bit longer. That gets tricky because we had a limited stock, right? So what's ended up happening is one of the biggest obstacles, and it seems like a small thing, one of the biggest obstacles is we had bundles that no one bought for months, but people were buying the individual 1, 2, 3 here, 4 here, 2 and 3, and 1 here, 2 here, 1 here, 2 here, 3, and we saw like one bundle, and this was after we when we put them up on the website, they kept selling out, and then after a while they just stayed there. So what I ended up having to do was, okay, we got all these bundles in stock, because you can't put bundles and singles on stock on the website, because then when people are like buying them up, you're gonna have people buy more than you got. You get what I'm saying? So what we had to do is the singles sold out. We took the bundles, put them into the singles, because it's just numbers at this point. You're not actually taking something to put it. And then so we got to the point where we sold out because they were all selling individually. The singles were all selling out individually, and we got to the point where we got to order new restock and put everything in there. So we're gonna be doing that soon, but the bundles was just a fickle one, because there was a period of time where it just didn't move, but the singles were moving. So we will be working on a restock real soon. We just need a little more cushion room, and that's another thing too. We're only working off a few $100 cushion when it comes to Doomsday Kingdom. What I mean by cushion is Doomsday Kingdom has money, but every single month it's got to pay for the website and stamps.com just to be able to ship orders and other things that it's paying on, annual things and copyright shit, just random shit it's got to pay on. So it's not like we can take all of Doomsday Kingdom's money and just buy stock. So we're just at a weird place now where we're trying to do it and do it responsibly, where we're not burning the money out. Before, when YouTube was doing good, I ran it out, bought stock, did all this because if we were in the red, I just paid for it with my money because it's fine. You know what I mean? I'm part of the project. It's not like someone's running off with my money. But I'm at a point where I can't even put the money up for Doomsday Kingdom because I'm strapped on my end too. So we just need a few more months to get in the clear. And then we'll have rolling stock again. Well, we'll issue. But there is other stuff. If anyone wants to help out, anything that's in stock that gets sold will help get us stock for everything else even quicker. Slizzle. I think that's another 5 support for Flaw and Awe. I'm going to say it is because it seems like it is. How do you start with an indie comic with no money? You don't. You don't. Here's the thing. To shoot you straight, if you can draw and if you're a writer, which you do have to be 2 different things. If you can draw, doesn't mean you can write a story. And again, if you can write, doesn't mean you can draw. If you can draw and you can write, you can create. Go at it. You know, you don't need money. You need money to get, obviously, the paper and the pens and yada, yada, yada. But you can get that stuff. You'll just have to not get the best stuff. If you don't draw and you're just a writer, bro, it is, hard. It is hard. What are you going to do? You know, either learn to draw or start smaller. Do a book, you know, do an actual book. Start there. Shop around for artists. And it's not easy. I tell you what, man, I shopped around for an artist on DeviantArt, and I shopped around for artists, talked to people, and there's a lot of people that are, you know, it's cool, but it just wasn't there. It wasn't lining up. One thing that was frustrating with artists in particular that I found was a lot of them that I unfortunately ran into. You'll find weird things where they wanted like ridiculous pay. When I cross-referenced it with what people are making at Marvel, some of the pay they were wanting was even higher than what pros are getting at like Marvel. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, bud, you're not doing anything career-wise. You got amazing work. Why are you asking this? Because I don't know. And they're like, well, you know, I would need that to take this leap, you know, because this is a big deal. And it's like, you know, okay, I guess. But me and James have been working on this for years now. And there's a few of those same artists that are still just doing their art and posting it on the internet. And they got no work. They're involved in no projects. So part of it is frustrating because some people want you to be that big break or they want this to be that big break. In reality, some people got to take the chance. Like, look at James, man. He took the chance. We became a team and we're in this to do it. And we're at least doing something. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. But if you're just a writer, and that's one thing, what are you? Are you the writer, artist? You got to let me know. I don't know how to tell you to do something that's impossible with no money. On the flip side, anyone without money, life sucks for you. I'm there too, bro. I feel you. I don't know what else. If anyone has any tips to add to that, I don't know what you can do without money. Go to the big city and get some film gigs. Just start out as a PA. You can build up to the positions as creative. You go to pay on downsides. Bro, I'm a single parent. I'm not just going to the big city to do film gigs. So that's not happening. How do you feel about High School of the Dead? I think that's a new one for me. You know? I don't know. Thought Factory, let's crowdfund this damn thing. See, here's my thought process. Even though I lack the skill, we can hire someone, or at least I'm thinking we can hire someone with the skill, and I can like shadow direct but be the brains. You know what I'm saying? As long as I trust like the placement of their camera, because obviously they can't change the story, but they can film it. But I would be there as kind of like a secondary. What if we did it from this perspective? But they handle and teach me the technical while we're making the damn thing. And I have no problem with learning. When it comes to learning, I'm a freak. I'll just pick it up and go. I play stupid a lot with stuff, and that's just because I'm just, you know, I'm a shit when it comes to doing stuff that I'm not interested in. Like, for example, I got on house arrest and I was like, it was either I get this job or I'm going to prison. And I walked in and lied that I was like a CNC operator, whoop-de-whoop, did all this funky shit. And for those who don't know, it looks like a screen with a bunch of just numbers like the Matrix. And I went in there and faked the shit out of it, just watched over their shoulder. And they made me the boss in like 7 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I have to and when I want to, I'll learn that shit no problem. So that's my thought process. Imagine if we do the book. Let's say 90% of y'all loved it. Let's say you're like, holy fuck. You are more likely to fund it then because you know the story, you get the idea and the vibe and the feel. And that's what I'm hoping for. Do the book. Maybe, and I'll look into it, because if the book gives us serious ground to move forward on, let's do it. Let's fucking do it, you know? And that's what I'm thinking, because I feel like I need to prove myself. And I do agree. I need to prove myself and not just come out and say, I'm going to make this. Because there's been plenty of people who fucked it up in the past where I have no problem coming out and being like, listen, I want to show and prove myself. I'm probably annoying some people with this small-ass thing. I know. We're going to be ending shortly, and now I'm finally making the screen bigger. I'm sorry. I suck at life. I know. And I'm expected to be trusted for a movie. Anyway, Ronnie, I heard the premiere episode is rated with sexual content. Thoughts? We already talked about that in the beginning of this video. I do think it's going to have something to do with sexual assault. Jared said, are the Walking Dead movies going to theaters, or is it going to be more along the lines of El Camino? It's going to be in theaters. Originally, it was going to be like El Camino, but it's not anymore. It will be in theaters first, and then it'll be on AMC and Netflix after. I appreciate the patience, Ray. I do appreciate that. What are your thoughts on the animated Train to Busan movie? I was underwhelmed. Then again, I'm not big on that type of animation. I really just wanted it to be over, if I could be blunt about it. Story-wise, if that was an actual movie, I with the charm and charisma of the actors, I don't watch the Oscars, Third Pigeon. I don't watch those award shows. I have enough hate and disdain for rich people. I don't need to sit there and watch them win awards. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. What are your thoughts on animated Train to Busan? Yeah, it just wasn't for me, man. I can't get into a lot of animated stuff. It just feels like it's missing a lot of charm and charisma. But if it was made into a movie, the story itself, I might have gotten into it a little better. If you could pick for your movie's special effects, Tom Savini from Dawn and Day of the Dead, or Rob Button, pronounced Boutin, from The Thing and The Fog, who'd you pick? Holy shit, that's a tough one. I mean, The Thing is one of my all-time favorites, you know, even bigger than Dawn and Day of the Dead. Tom Savini, though, I got an enormous, massive amounts of credit, because not just Dawn and Day, and I know Tom Savini's work well. There's so many things that he's involved in, or he has helped with, credited and uncredited, that you just find behind the scenes type stuff that I would never want to turn him down for anything. You know what I'm saying? But oh fuck. I don't know. You rocking a hard place. I'm probably going to go with Tom Savini. Hold on, and I'll tell you why in a second. I think the material, for one, might be a better fit with... I was under the impression, I might have it wrong, I was under the impression that Rob... what is it, Boutin, is like super old. So that's what I was kind of going with. Like, he might be out of the game, right? I might be thinking of something else. Who are your top 3 horror movie directors of all time? I don't have any. I don't have a top 3. I'll be real with you. I really don't have a top 3. When Maggie returns, the being for that is because I don't have directors where I love every single thing they do. When Maggie returns, how do you think she'll have changed in the last 7 years? Married again, another kid. Yeah, that is a thing. There should be changes with her, right? No, another kid. It could be, but no another kid. And I'm gonna have to say, tougher and wiser. I'm not going for married again. It could be something that they can utilize, but I do feel they're gonna still do something similar like they did with the source material, and it wouldn't make sense to skip that just to give us something, That was cool that Eminem was there, though. Jason Lawrence with a $3 dono. No message, though, but I appreciate the love tap. I've had a lot of health stuff in the past 5-ish years. I look forward to your videos and chats. It's always been fun. It takes my mind off the BS in my life. I do appreciate that, Amy. I do appreciate that a lot. I love hearing things like, people enjoy it, this and that. It's a break or a vacation from the day. It's one of the main reasons, why we do this. Well, that's why I do it. I don't want to put words in other people's mouths, but, there's one of the top reasons is to entertain, and to take people away from their life temporarily and just take a relax, whatever it be. And then another thing is to advance and build and grow and create new and different content. The original content will always be the main goal. This year, I just want to kind of ramp it up a little bit and focus on, any way possible to get that done and to get in there and do that. Because I had a saying, a man's vision, the value of a man's vision is determined by his past successes. I forget. I sometimes I think of like something really like, poignant and like a zinger, and I write it down. But that one really hits because to break that down, did I say that right? Make sure I said that right. The value of a man's vision is determined by his past successes. Meaning, Robert Kirkman, you guys all know him. Let's say 15 years ago. No, 20 years ago, before The Walking Dead. 20 years ago, he's got credit card debt out his ass. Married with a kid, has nothing published. Pretend he has nothing published. I think he had Battle Pope or something. But he has nothing published, but he's grinding to get something out. He goes to Cinemax and says, I got this idea for Outcast about possession and yada, yada, yada. They wouldn't even let him in the building. They'd laugh him out of the room. People would look at him like he's nuts. Probably the way a lot of people look at me when I'm talking about things I would like to do. Look at this guy, crowdfunding. Who the fuck's he think he is? Crowdfunding for, yeah, we're going to buy your book, buddy. Because I haven't made it. Well, we have the comic, but people still don't count that. But I count that. I'm proud of that. So the value of your vision. So I have this vision. The value is low. No one's knocking at my door to get it made or look at the script or buy the script. Because, again, the value is low because of my past successes are very limited. Now, picture Robert Kirkman after The Walking Dead blows up. Now he has this vision for Outcast. Now, Cinemax, Amazon, you name it, they're all like, yo, what's this project? He makes a deal with Cinemax. And it honestly was, it was rocky, and we saw it was rocky, and especially how it ended. It probably shouldn't have been made into a TV show. If it did, it probably should have been a 3-season zinger. I think the biggest problem, it was stretching out the mystery too much within that, and it didn't add anything new or big with it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, they're just like, here, Amazon, whatever you think of, come to us first. Didn't they make a first look deal? So the value of your vision is based on your past successes. He has past success, so now anyone, when he has an idea, they're ready to hear him out and maybe throw money on it. So that's part of what I want to do big time this year is to say, okay, well, I want successes. The book, the comic, the this, the that, this project. And that way I can show people we're working towards something to actually make original content here. And again, it's to entertain. You know what I mean? That's it. I am no way, shape, or form, and I even thought about this. I'm not the type to get famous. I'm not interested in it. I'd rather be in the background, story, presentation, how it is, interview here and there once a year, and that's it. Leave me be, with my little small community. I just want to make the fucking projects. I don't hate successful people. I love them, Gary Vee, but I agree with rich people and awards. Well, yeah, that's a bit different. I don't hate successful people. I don't call all actors, directors, I don't call them all successful, even though I understand why some would. Certain people get there because they suck dick. Are they successful? No. Certain people just get there primarily based on their looks, the way they, move around in cliques. That's not successful. But, yeah, those with solid success, rock on with your bad self for that. You know what I mean? But there's some that I just don't. At a certain in a way, it is unfair. Like the Kardashian clan, for whatever reason. The kids, I don't know, with like a makeup line. To me, that's not success. You got all the money and connections. You could shit on a piece of paper, and someone's going to give you $1 million for it. That's not success. If you would have, I don't fucking know, bounced with no money and connections and created something, I'd turn my head and be like, wow, that's fucking impressive. But no, if you gave me $10 billion, I tell you what I would do. I would succeed. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. Joaquin Phoenix won best. Yeah, I heard about that. So did the score. Yo, the score. What did I tell you? The score was something well, everyone knew it, but the score was just something special, man. It was gripping. Season 5 trailer of The Walking Dead will go down as the best. Don't you agree? I don't know. I would have to refresh myself, but the Season 5 trailer was pretty fire. Were there Hannibal figures made? And if so, do I have any? I think they were made. I forget who made them. Maybe it was Mezco? Let me look. But no, I do not have any Hannibal. Oh, shit. Do you mean classic? The new TV show, they did make a 1/6 scale Hannibal. And the old one, they made a 1/6 scale. Official and unofficial. There's an 18-inch figure where he's strapped to the thing. There's a Cult Classics where he's strapped to the dolly. Yo, that's fucking sweet. There's a NECA. Let me show you what I mean. Oh, that fucking face is terrible, but there's a NECA. That face is fucking ass, yo. But, yeah, you're not going to see that. You guys still can't see that. It's not, I don't know. It's not too bad, but it is what it is. It looks like there are some, but you're going to pay out the ass for them because it looks like now they're in the collector's market, which are too expensive. So hopefully they'll make some new ones. But no, I don't have any. Fan request, could you make an Oz-only history of Predator videos? I have no idea. Like, I read that like you want all the good stuff from the entire history of Predators. That right there is like holy fuck, what? That's huge. I mean, that's a massive project. That would probably take me a month alone to put together. But what is easier and more likely to get done is to do flaws and awes on all the Predator movies and just combine all the awes for the whole franchise into one video. And again, that could be an idea moving forward. Separating flaws and awes was something I've been seriously considering. the original design for the Flaw and Awe series was Flaw first and then Awe behind it. And in the Awe version, we tallied the cinema score. However, doing the episodes for The Walking Dead, I just put them together. And then once I got to the movie Flaws and Awes, I just kept it together. There's part of me that really does feel like I want to go back and separate it, but there's another part of me that's like, well, I don't know. So maybe for some history of, franchises, maybe we'll do all the Flaws and all the Awes and we'll have it combined. I'm not sure. Do you know if a movie episode will be a debacle if you know a bad director is running everything? If they're objectively a shit director, then yeah. However, if it's a director and you just don't like his style, no, because there's directors that Mr. Robot, for example, everyone loves the show, and I get it, man. The directing style, however, drives me up a fucking wall. I hate it. It's so, my annoyance to that style is so ferocious, I can barely sit through it. That's how bad I hate the style, and they chose to do it for the majority of the whole run. And for those who don't know, that style is this. I forget the technical name, so I don't give a fuck what the technical name is. But that's like, if you're going to frame the scene, I'm dumb. If you're going to frame the scene, you would have it to where, like, what's going on over here, and then you have like this whole fucking, over here's all open. So you'll have like this little girl's head here, and then there's the fucking wall, and we're all like chit-chatting, picture two little heads here, not my big head, and there's this whole open space here, whatever style that's called. Like, so when it comes to bad directors, if it's not your style, but it's not a bad director, that's different things. But if they're straight objectively shit, then it's probably the story's still gonna be good, but how you're taking it in is gonna be a little rough. But if the bad director's involved in the story as well, damn, there's no hope. So again, it's a little more complicated than just saying that, Just noticed my notifications were off. I definitely didn't do that. I live for Flaw and Awe. Fills in the blanks when The Walking Dead is on break. See what I mean? See what I mean, Kim? Thank you for checking. Anyone else, please check, because I hear that all the time. Just go hit the bell icon, whatever you got to do. Check and make sure you're even still subscribed. I get that all the time, man. Thank you for checking, though. I appreciate that. I can't believe those people are anything. Sorry. I'm not sure what part that is connected to. Did you hear the season 10B premiere has a sexual Yeah, for the love of God. And Manhammer, I think you're fucking with me, because you were here in the beginning. That's because this is your passion. You're a rare, humble dude. I appreciate that again, Kim. Let's I tell you what, we'll do 12 more minutes. And then I do got to get going. I want to see what my daughter is up to. I let her stay up a little bit. There's no school tomorrow. The fucking tornado hit the school or something, apparently. How much you want to... It's tiny, but it like ripped up some cosmetic stuff. How much you want to bet the sexual episode will be about Maiko and Magna? Like, we got a little... They already showed us them getting it on, though. What would be the point? I can't stand them, mostly Magna. They need to change her character. Yeah, Magna doesn't... Yeah. Magna doesn't... She doesn't have the right charm. And the resting bitch face. Would you do a Doomsday Kingdom compendium? If we ever get that many, or I should say when we get that many issues, yeah. I mean, that's the industry standard. I don't know why we wouldn't. As long... Oh, the Kardashians. Yeah, I have to agree with you there. Unless you're saying something different. But yeah, I don't count them as anything. Not even human. As long as it's selling, I would imagine. Because if by the time you get there, if no one's buying it and you end it, I would imagine probably not. But if you have a long enough run that still has interest, you do a compendium, you know. So yeah, that's your answer. Do you think Magna was poorly casted? No, I think her direction as a character, unless the actor is doing that and running with it, I think her direction, her writing is shit. Because she's coming off unlikable as fuck, you know? Nah, Slizzle. No, we're doing 12 more minutes and no gaming stream tonight. I'm going to try to find some time throughout this week to do a gaming stream. I don't even know what goes on. I have full notifications on and get 1/3 of videos. Yeah, see, again, I don't know either, man. That's so frustrating. How are we supposed to grow if YouTube won't tell people? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is fucking tough. It almost gets to the point where they force you to do something controversial or clickbaity. And again, that's something that I've been pondering over, a few years. I know what will get the clicks. There's a part of me that I just don't want to do that. I don't want to do some really off-the-wall stupid shit and be foolish and then finally get enough money to be like, okay, well, we can make a movie now. I mean, maybe I should, but then how many of y'all would even be here? Like, honestly, like in this core group, if I was acting like a damn fool, most of y'all would be like, look at this fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame you, because I'd be saying the same thing. But then once I got the money to make the movie, how many of y'all would even trust I'd make a good movie? Because you see me acting like a damn fool. So again, it's like I could do that. I don't want to do that. But YouTube, they don't even fucking tell everyone I'm posting videos. I never use the notification bell. I just checked my subscription box daily. As long as you're checking, homie. I appreciate it. The Walking Dead first trailer ever hooked me to watch the show. Yeah, first trailer was nice. I didn't see the trailer. My buddy told me to watch The Walking Dead when it was on episode. It was a rerun of episode 1 going into episode 2, and I was hooked ever since. You're the only YouTuber I ever watched live. Love your content, and you keeping it real all the time, or some real shit. Only dude I can watch, just chop shit up. Much love, AZ, my brother. Oh, thank you very much. Arizona, huh? I appreciate the support. Thank you for that. I had to leave the stream for a few minutes. I didn't know you talked about it. Oh, yeah, in the very beginning. I left all the Walking Dead stuff in the very beginning, so that way people can, listen and then bounce later if they don't want the regular chit-chat. And I should say now, for anyone listening, there's a really good chance we're either doing a gaming stream next Sunday or no stream next Sunday. Depends on how I'm doing with the current Flaw and Awe. I'm either going to be editing a Flaw and Awe, or I'll break and we'll do a mini gaming stream next Sunday. And that goes for, I think, the next 2 Sundays. We'll be back either right before or the day of episode 9 from The Walking Dead. Just need a little breather to get some work done, and then we'll be back. Mr. Robot Producer has a new show on USA Today, Briar Patch. It's Breaking Bad like. Check it out. Maybe I will. Magna's actress is really good in the movie Spring. I think it's the way they're writing her and directing her. It could be. It's Aiden. Ronnie, you are the only channel I know that regularly interacts with fans. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you. Listen, I feel like I do a good amount because I'm reading comments. If you see a love, even if you love or hate me, and I love a comment, it's my checklist that I read it. And I don't just go love, love, love. I read the full thing. That's how you know. And I reply on YouTube comments. This channel, my personal channel, Ronnie Hayes, Doomsday Kingdom channel, the best I can. On Instagram, Facebook, I'm always checking on my phone to make sure I'm staying active. So I appreciate that because it's, it's part of the gig. But I know there's a lot of content creators that just skip the majority of that. Weird that The Walking Dead premiering on Tuesday. Tuesday is moving forward. The Walking Dead is not on Tuesday. And should not be on Tuesday. I don't know what you're talking about. Why do you think it's on Tuesdays? Yeah, why do you think it's on Tuesdays? Air date February 23rd is when it airs. '23rd is a Sunday. I'm not really sure where you got that Tuesday stuff from. Excuse me. I just saw this, though. Chris Taus with a $5 direct to PayPal dono. Appreciate all the live streams this weekend. And thank you very much for the support, brother. And not a problem, especially the 2 gaming ones. I was in the mood to play a game. I haven't played in a long time. I figure might as well do it while streaming. You know what I mean? Hang out witches. That shit's fun, too, to just kick it with the chat. I will say, when I do more gaming streams, I'm listening to yous, which is odd because I try to focus on the chat and then the game, but I'm getting some constructive criticism to focus on the game and then the chat, which I promise I'm gonna do. I was thinking the other way around. Stick with the chat and chit chat, and then do the game. But I'll switch it up. We'll test it out, see how most of you like it. But yeah, I got yelled at. Stick with the game primarily, and then peek at the chat. Just let it roll by, and focus on the super chats. The only thing I could break for, and then every now and then glance and answer casually. Before I was like, I gotta answer everyone. I'm listening. You already act like a damn fool? No, that ain't acting like a damn fool. Not even close. Not even close. I mean, I'm playful, but when I say a damn fool, I mean some off-the-wall shit. I think first heard of NECA from you. You turned me on to Mr. Evil Cheese, who turned me back on to collecting figures. My bank account don't thank you, but I do. I know the feeling. There's a lot of stuff coming out where, old me would be like, okay, well, we got to review it for the channel. But new me is like, listen, the reviews, they did do good, to be honest. There was a lot of different, but I got what I want from the community. Wait, did I get this one? I got what I want from the community. I know I'm in the community. I like stuff on the shelves, but I was a big part of me was looking at what we can do for our own Doomsday Kingdom figures. But it did leave me with a love of I want shit on the shelves from now until whatever. But yeah, I am putting the collecting's gone on hold. That's been on hold for a minute now. Deagle9 with a $5 nut tap. Is there anywhere I can buy the new episodes as they come out? Yes, if you want to buy them on AMC Premiere. You're going to have to explain if that's something that you don't want to do. Here's the thing. Do AMC Premiere. If they stick with the 48-hour, the early access, you get to watch the episodes 48 hours early, plus it's $5 for the whole month. If you go to Amazon, you're paying $3. I think it's $3 or $2 for one episode. So in 4 episodes, you're at $8 to $12 instead of paying the $5. So let me know if that's not something you can do, or if you're in a different country and you can't do AMC Premiere. Thank you very much for the dono, but AMC Premiere. Actress Kim Dickens is in it. That's what's up. You and Trev would be a great show, like one of them sports debate. That'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. Complete opposites, and then we can go at it. It's got to be friendly arguing, though. You know what I mean? None of this pussyfooting. Not saying that he would. I'm just saying we got to come to an understanding early on. Yo, when we go in, it's got to be playful. People are going to love that. We're going to go fucking, it's not going to be fake, but we're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, Trev? You silly bastard. You're wrong, you Canadian prick, All right, anyway. Where's the teaser? I can't find it on YouTube. Fucking when you find it, you let me know, okay? Because I'm looking for it, too. I showed the images we got. I talked about the one little teaser that I can't even believe people are talking about it, which is just red coloring around photoshopped images that are edited to be that, what's that setting where you set it like a sketch painting? But if you want the teaser images, go to the very beginning. We walk through all of them, and that's it. If Eduardo doesn't reappear with Maggie because he was her personal guard from the hilltop, is it safe to say he's officially just dead there? I think so, which is unfortunate. Oh, I got you. Well, that explains that. But yeah, The Walking Dead is still on Sundays. Will you ever do an update video on your Walking Dead comic collection? Ray, are you the same fucking person who keeps... I feel like that's the same name. No, the collection a collection video at this point in time is just on hold. Maybe... I don't think we're never going to do another one. It's just, there's no point in doing it at the same month I did it every year annually, because The Walking Dead is gone for months now since we did it, like 5 or 6 months. So, maybe in a few months, but there's just no reason to do it in January, February, roundabout. I think we did it in the at the end of January going into February every year for like 5 years now. But there's just we can do it in April, May. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I haven't bought a single Walking Dead comic in like 6 months. So, maybe in the summer or something. Do you think Madison should have stayed the main character of Fear? No, I think it should have, well, I was going to say Alicia and Nick, but if Nick wanted out for sure, it should have split between Madison, Alicia, and Morgan. Is there a sex scene in every season of The Walking Dead? I think there is. Not every season, I don't think. Because it depends on your definition of sex scene. I mean, we had one with Glenn and Maggie in season 4. Shane and... These are like... I mean, Shane and Lori was probably... And then Abe and Rosita is probably one of the more, graphic. Which is like... It's not really that graphic. But what was in 3? Was there one in 3? And what was 2? I don't count the pharmacy. Was that even a sex scene? Do you think we were getting merch for the Walking Dead show 10-year anniversary? Actually, I'm surprised we didn't already. I would imagine we should. Trev and Ronnie arguing, I would laugh. Because Trev would say, all right, guys, he's wrong, but I'm Canadian. I'm too nice. Probably. No, I'm not the same person. Oh, all right. Well, I don't know, man. The name just looks familiar. All right, we're at the 2-hour mark. We got to shut her down. Get your last-minute questions in here. There's a little delay, so I'm going to wait, a minute or two until the questions come in. But any burning last-minute questions? No, I'm not the same person. You rock, awesome person, beautiful soul, and a big example for most daddies. I love your energy. Well, thank you very much. Sawile? SYL, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Such a nice compliment to end the stream with. What's a channel where the dude has an animated cat? I have no idea. I actually don't know what that is. Animated cat. Blue screen and everything is confirmed. Mad clickbait. Wow, I have no idea what that is, to be honest. That's a new one. But the sounds of it, I'm glad I don't know, though. 3 was Governor and Maggie tried to get it. I don't count that. I don't count that at all. And that's why I asked. Depends on what you call sex scene. Her holding her titties and then being pushed forward, to me, that's not a sex scene. I mean, for one, they didn't even have sex, What else was there? No, you can't count Andrea and the Governor because they only showed it after. For me, it needs to be... They need to be getting it on. You know what I'm saying? Lori and Shane for sure. Abe and Rosita for sure. And they show, again, partial. Glenn and Maggie even, just like Rosita and Abe. Yep, I knew that one, man. Hammer. I knew that one all right. How many predators would it take to eliminate a ZA? How many predators would it take to eliminate a ZA? What do you mean ZA? I see ZA and I'm thinking zombie apocalypse. You the man, been a fan for years. Take care. Thank you very much for that, Vincent. Coke or Pepsi? Pepsi. You predicted Negan to die this season. Would you be mad if he did? I would be a little upset if he did. Yeah, I'd be a little upset. And again, that wasn't like maybe I worded it wrong, but it wasn't that I want them to. Shane and Andrea doesn't count. No, Shane and listen, guys. Just because characters have this is from my point of view, just because characters have sex and they imply it, in my opinion, that's not a sex scene. You know, she kisses him and then they cut. That's not a sex scene. Zombie with a shotgun was so disappointing. That was just terrible. And again, this is another tricky part about stuff in the future. I wanted to do interviews with a lot of people in the industry, independent. I'm not out there looking to get, the top of the top. No, fuck that. I wanted to do something a little bit special and start with the independents and give them a voice. I find it a little more interesting. You don't have to deal with such a big ego. But there's sometimes where some of the independents just have stuff that I just think is garbage. You know what I'm saying? Does that mean they should stop? No, because the next one could be a banger. Keep it up. You did something that I couldn't, so I give you credit there. It's just a zombie with a shotgun. People were like, see it, see it, see it. I just thought it was trash, man. And I don't want to say a lie and say like, oh, it was all right, man. Good for you, just to be nice. I don't think that's gonna help them. You know, what if the people who made that or anything that was just bad? What if they were like, oh yeah, that was actually good? They're not gonna learn, man. Yeah, ZA, yeah, zombie apocalypse. Well, if that's the case, I don't understand your question. How many predators would it take to eliminate a zombie apocalypse? You mean eliminate all the zombies? Slizzle, are you fucking stoned? Some of your questions catch me off guard because it's like, what the fuck are you asking, bro? There's like millions of zombies. First off, why would they do that? Second off, there's so many. I'm not even worried about them eliminating. I'm worried about how much ground they're going to cover when they're searching across the world for all these zombies. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you smoking? Send me some. I don't know how long it would take. 10 years. Thank you for the live stream, for answering so many questions, Ronnie. Have a great weekend. What would your ultimate alien figure from The Thing include? Oh, that's fun. That is fun. I know McFarlane Toys a while back did two of them. The one with the head with the spider head, and then the other one was is it the Norse one? Is that what they're called? So they did do two of them, and those are, oh man, an ultimate alien from The Thing. First off, I would love to get Mac. Get Mac with a flamethrower, for the human guy. So we got McCready with the flamethrower and maybe the jacket, kind of the Rick Grimes jacket, and flamethrower. He could come with maybe the spider head. And then for the monster itself, what was probably one of the more... I might go with the guy when they do the blood test after he melted up and then his head opens up and he grabs the other guy. I might go with something like that. I don't know, because then it's like, what about the guy with the stomach who opens up, and then there's teeth there, but his head also comes down. That's the spider head one, but he's got that long. Oh my god, that would be so cool and gory as well. I can't play Tomb Raider tonight. I got to do something. I cannot play Tomb Raider tonight. I could move the thing over and maybe finish killing these people and then shut down Tomb Raider, because I was going to shut it down. But I think I do have to find a save point. So let me try. Oh, and look what else I live chat, and let me make this smaller. No, where you going? Where you going, bitch? Where you going? No, what the fuck? There we go. All right, so this is. I saw this thing you can change on Tomb Raider where it'll show the title. And some other random information. It's for streaming. New Predators vs. Apocalypse movie. Could you make a custom zombie Predator figure? I'm not good at customs. I'm learning how to make stuff and stuff, but I'm nowhere near it right now. Alright, so we got a few minutes of a game, for those asking. Shit. There's a whole war going on. There is something frustrating with this game, though, and it's from the way the fighting is. It is a bit clunky.
To the catacombs. Need some backup here.
Got it. She's here.
You're damn right I am.
This bitch is like, you're damn fucking right I am, bro.
Position. Give me cover.
Shit.
Just you and me. Reinforcements are here. Pin her down. Cover me. I got the cover. Taking fire. Go, go. Keep your head there. Position. Advancing. Cover me. Suppressing fire. I got a hit.
Shit, that's not the wrong.
Still standing. Someone just kill her.
Come and try. Come on.
Cover me.
Damn. It's fucking me up. Damn. Oh, what is this bullshit? What? I wasn't over there.
I'm under fire. She's reloading.
Come on. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I'm out of ammo on that shit.
We got her flanked.
No. Wrong button, dummy. There it is. Nope, wrong one. Hold on. There it is. That was a little bit of a fight, huh? Yeah, this is Tomb Raider.
They're gone.
Gotta run. Have a good night, Spin. Thanks for stopping by.
I fear this battle is far from over.
Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider.
About this place.
She's fucking hot. What is going on, man?
Much.
I don't like this story. I don't really care for it. But you know what? Someone said it looked like kind of like a Last of Us Days Gone, and I'm thinking about it. It was released, 4 years before Days Gone, but Days Gone was delayed quite a bit. But I do see the similarities between the deer and the getting, scavenging, and shit like that. I definitely see the similarities. I feel like it is either purposefully made to fight in a different style, or it is clunky. It's the movements, even like and again, I hate to keep bringing up Days Gone, but it is so smooth when you're running fast and you're picking up something or you're ducking and rolling, and it's just so quick. While in the air, press triangle or square to deploy the grapple axe. I didn't even know I fucking had a grapple axe. Oh my god, that is fucking epic. Yeah, when you do this technique, like in Days Gone, you just roll whatever direction, but here they have her do it. Let me see how it is. They have her do it where it throws you off because it doesn't go the direction you're going. I don't know what the deal is there. Yeah, like maybe it's, I don't know. Where it sticks you in a straight line and you can't leave that until she's done with that animation. Thank you very much, Kim Ames, with the $5 dono. I appreciate that, a big deal. Oh my god, I almost messed that up. I forgot about the grapple thing. Last of Us vibes with this game. How do you keep your game stream so sharp? Is it sharp? I mean, you gotta have internet for one. Decent internet. And I'm plugged directly into the internet with a hard wire, no Wi-Fi. That's an absolute must. No Wi-Fi. And then I keep it on reasonable settings, which I think right now it's at... hold on. Oh, shit. Bitch, I wasn't ready for that. I think right now I have it at like 720, 30 frames per second, some shit like that. Because if you overdo it... There we go. That's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, don't get me wrong. This is a fun game, and it's... I love the action and the gameplay, but it doesn't feel polished. Well, that's cool. But you could do a lot of cool shit. I played an hour of Witcher. Thanks for being awesome, Kim. Yourself.
Lara, if you're headed
I
to
haven't
the
played much
cathedral,
more than that hour,
Trinity
though.
will be everywhere.
I know, but I have no choice. So much violence and death. Jacob's people have been through so much, yet they continue to fight. They are bound by an oath taken by their ancestors, a duty handed down from the past. But I see a people who simply want to live in peace. I believe it's time for them to let go of the past. If I can find the Atlas, it might lead
Some of
to the
those
divine
skills,
source.
I don't find that
I
interesting
could
either.
take it away from here. They wouldn't have to suffer anymore. They could share the burden of the truth with the world. But if all this leads to nothing, I don't know what I'll do.
Do I got more? Oh shit, I do. You just replayed what? I'm not in the mood for a beer. I don't drink much. See that shit? I love that shit in the... Oh, I should have... Oh, never mind. Did it anyway. Whoa, shit.
Young ones, you scoffed at.
I'm mixed on the environment too. I don't know what it is, but like the rain, I love rain in games, especially. And again, like Days Gone, man. But there's something about this environment and the weather that doesn't feel as immersive and fun. I don't know. There's just something about it. Even the trees. And yes, I get it. It's a few years older than Days Gone, but it's the same system. There's just something that's different. What is this shit? I don't even feel like this is the right way. It's gotta be, right? There was something cool in the one level, or whatever, the area that I was at. There was a pumpkin patch. I thought that visually, I thought that looked cool as hell. Metal barriers. Alright, let's do this. I do not got no explosions, my mind. Damn.
I made...
Shit. There's a lot of... I thought that was reading. Never mind. I was about to say, there's a lot of reading in this. Oh, shit. In this, too, you find benches once in a while. Why? Am I healing? I don't get it. What is the reason of this? What is this madness? I hear bad things about Shadow. Yeah, the colors don't pop either. I agree there. I don't know. There's just... And the trees don't move like in Days Gone. They have this natural, you know, sway. And, this... I don't know. This game just doesn't have the same charm. But don't get me wrong. It's good. Oh, what the hell? I just think... See, that's badass. That was badass. Hell yeah.
Take any alive? I had one I probably could have delivered.
And games, in other games, you control. What does AI in Days Gone has a sixth sense detect you? Yeah, Days Gone. Well, I think all games have a AI problem, but Days Gone has some issues with the AI for sure. This though, you don't control where you stand. If you go near anything where you duck to hide, you automatically duck to hide. Like in most games, you can control that manually. This is automatic. If you're near a bush, you're hiding in it automatically.
I got rusty. You?
Been with Constantine for just about a year now. Had an old war buddy to vouch for me. Before that, I was working for one of the families in Kiev, and I had to get out of town.
Is there always this much opportunity?
Give me suppressive fire, now! Covering fire! I got an angle! We got a man!
Shit. Oh, I'm fucking done. I didn't know there was that many people there.
I got you covered! We got a flank! Take it! Let's finish this!
That's another thing I'm having trouble with. Switching your aiming. What is R1? Yeah, R1 is to R3 is to zoom. Switching your aiming is L3, and it's just, I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. It's just for me, I have a hard time. I want to do R3. Small thing, but it's just every gunfight I'm like, and the wheel, the gun wheel, for some reason, just doesn't. For this, with this game, it just doesn't have that same fit. I had 25 years to get it right. Graphics could have appeared more realistic. Yeah, the graphics in this are a bit underwhelming, especially compared to some other games. I think it's for Tomb Raider fans. Obviously, it's worth it to play it. You know what I mean? I can't wait till Last of Us 2. I don't know what you're... Oh, you mean 2? Yeah, do some bonus gameplay.
Down here. We're needed back at base camp. Leave them to it. Roger, we're clear. Copy that.
What's that? Who goes there? Hostile spotted! Taking position! He's gone! Taking fire! Cover me! Got your back! Taking casualty! God damn it! Take her out! Keep her down! Under fire!
Shit. Really, bro? Oh, you got armor on. Come here. Oh, you lied to me. Yeah, that's so awkward, throwing those bottles. Maybe it's just me, but in this game, it's so fucking awkward throwing those damn bottles. Slizzle with a $2 dono. You're right, I am high. I knew it. I knew it. I could tell with all the crazy ass questions. This part, I do think the... it's not the greatest, you know, but I do think this is working. See, it only has... See what I mean? It only's got, like, one little string flowing in the wind. What about the rest of it? This is working a little better with the lightning and the wind with some of it. It's working a little better. Where's all the people at?
So what did he say? It's not his call, but he's gonna put a recommendation in for us both. Then
Oh.
an
I thought it was a
initiation ceremony
cutscene.
of some sort. So that's it? That's all he can do? Look, some of those guys were on contract for years before Trinity gave them rank. You have to be patient. There's more to it than performance. Like what? There's some sort of both. And then
See, here's the
ceremony.
thing.
He said
If
we'd
I
find
shoot
out
'em,
soon enough.
Will they know right where I'm at? Like, if I shoot that over there and blow it up, will they know right where I'm at? Should I... I'm testing it. Oh, I don't have any explosives. Oh. Let's try fire.
Incoming! Clear. We're under attack!
Oh, shit. Oh, he knew. That sucks.
We got a man down! I'm taking fire!
Oh, that sucks big time.
Grenade out! Cluster out! Taking position!
Oh, man, just short. Yeah, you're the idiot. Idiot hiding behind it. Oh, shit, there's more. Where the fuck's he shooting me from? Oh, right in the face.
Taking position!
No, I'm hiding behind an explosive barrel. See that? Days Gone, he would have scooped that up as I was running. And she would have... yeah, this is... It's not as... See, she can't pick it up while running. Alright, there we go. It's not as reactive when you are running by certain things, when you quick loot. And again, maybe it's not supposed to be like that, but that's how I want to play it.
Moving into cover! Fire in the hole! Let's finish this.
Alright, scale the, whatever, cathedral? That sounds like fun, actually. Nice. Holy shit, yeah. Damn, I gotta get a hold of shit to do, distract with objects. Distraction objects can attract a number of enemies. Alright, so this one makes a sound, I would imagine. Again, just like a lot of games. Well, a few games that are like this. Speaking of, in this stream, we did talk about
Fucking illness.
making original content. One of them was a concept for a video game in the world of Doomsday Kingdom. And man, if we could ever maybe see about getting something like that made on a small scale, the idea of it, again, as a zombie fan, I'm like nuts over. And as a gamer, I am like, oh, what the fuck, really? I am like freaking out about or friggin' in love with, because it would revolve around, in the gameplay, you'd be in and out of suburban areas, city areas, towns, cities, like bigger towns. Oh, I gotta drop my device? Well, fuck that, man. She's kind of like Batman right now. I don't get it. Why would you give me this device and I can't use it? I want to hear what it sounds like. Oh, you could pick it back up? See, that's fire. I like that. That's cool. Alright. Anyway, so you would be in country, suburban area. You would be in towns, a little bigger towns, but then you'd be in big cities. And part of it, especially in the big cities, would be getting resources like wood to board up areas. You can dig through the floor or the wall. Like, let's say you're, like, this is stone, so let's say you wouldn't be able to. But let's say you're in yeah, this is kind of like the ruins. But let's say you're in a town and you're in a room. Every wall,
Sophia, I'm almost
as long as you had that tool, like that type of hatchet, you can bust a hole through each wall to go from room to room to room to room.
We don't go inside anymore.
And
I've heard there were
if you get
archives
trapped,
below,
any which way you get
accessible by
trapped, you'd be able to
tunnels in the
break
main
through
hall,
one
but
wall
that's all I can tell you.
and use your wood
that's
to
where I'll
board
go.
it up so zombies couldn't get in. But there's other ways that
father
you'd
is
be able to
missing.
utilize that.
Last night I told him of the invaders and the
Trinity is already inside, and there are more of them arriving.
Oh, I'm gonna max this bitch out. I like her outfit too. I ain't even changing her outfit. Someone reminded me the other day, the reason why I didn't play this Tomb Raider is because they were making it a timed exclusive. Oh shit. What the fuck is that? Where the fuck did you go? Oh, see that? With the fog rolling in, that's pretty cool. I don't know what I'm about to do here. Oh, that was dumb. You're still alive? Oh, shit. What? What? Where are you? Oh my god. I don't know where these assholes are. Oh shit. Where the fuck are you at? Holy shit. Oh yeah, what? Thought you're all badass? He shoots me in midair. That would suck. Or I could have just taken the stairs like a normal human. That's boring though.
A thin, fluted flint arrowhead.
Well,
snapped
the
in
idea
two.
I have for that game, you would never be able to do it in an app. Not good anyway. I mean, we could do like you know, like an 8-bit version of it for an app. Oh shit, I'm dumb. But it would be like this, third person, and it would get intense. Because, again, the idea is you're keeping... Oh, really, bitch? Why would you do that? What? That's like the third time that's happened to me. I don't understand why sometimes she just jumps sideways. I want her to jump up. I'm just hitting X. Alright, ready? Over X. Up X. Yeah. And yeah, I don't understand that. Yeah, I killed Shiva. Huh. But yeah, like I said, I could do a smaller version of it. I mean, we could do a mobile Doomsday Kingdom game. It would have to be something on mobile that would be fun other than, you know, it would I don't know, it have to be something clever, fun, neat. Like, you know that Where's My Water? Look that up. Like, that is something neat and clever, and it's for a mobile game, it's like, that's fun, addicting. You're in line, you pop that on, and something like that could work. Not that, but something with that type of fun, neat, puzzle-like gameplay. I'm not into the Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah, the new Predator game. I'm gonna stream that. See, this stuff, I dig this with Tomb Raider. Like, this shit is fun. I'm done. I'm gonna get to the top and then quit, but yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was. What other games would be that I know of? Predator. Video game. The Last of Us 2. And that's all I know of right now. I want to make a platformer. I think that would be real fun, because those are some fun, clever puzzle platformer. I think that would be really cool to make.
The Atlas in there. What's next? The Atlas is a map.
If you look at Limbo or Inside, to give you an idea.
Constantine is after. That's a part I'm not clear on yet. Whatever his source is, it's.
You were saying? Who was he talking to? I don't get it. Maybe he's on the radio? But I heard two voices, or else maybe I'm crazy. What the fuck? Where did you come from, bro? Oh, she's a beast. Where, huh? Who? Where did you come from, brother? Shit. Map and wham. WWAM, which is We Watched a Movie. I'd like to collab with them. They seem like some fun guys. Holler at them. Let them know. I'm gonna seek them out. There was a ninja walker on it, didn't you know? I should have known. I'd like a zombie game that plays like XCOM.
They do find the Atlas in there. What's next? The Atlas
Oh wait, he's talking to someone up there.
whatever the natives are protecting.
Oh.
The divine source that Constantine is after.
That makes
Part I'm not
sense.
clear on yet. Whatever his source is, it's got to be something valuable. But the company, man, are what the hell?
See that? Took them both out like a boss. Like a pro. I want to make sure he did. Alright, I took those flowers. Alright, which way do I go? Do I go this way? Then what the fuck is this? Alright. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta go that way anyhow. Predator Concrete Jungle? I played it. Holy shit, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Where are you coming from, bro? Do I want your loot? Nice. I crafted a grenade arrow. Oh, what the fuck about that jump?
So
Is this bitch not understanding?
They do find the
You do the string thing and then you grab the fucking ledge.
It's supposed to point the way to whatever the natives are protecting.
How about point the way to arrow in your face, you fucking bitch? Shit! Oh god, that fucking hurt my back. Yeah, yo, not only have I played Concrete Jungle, but I got that NECA Scarface from Concrete Jungle, and he's a fucking monster.
The Atlas is a map.
For an ugly looking
Way to whatever the natives are
creature,
protecting out here.
he's one sexy
Divine
bitch.
source that Constantine is after.
Sega Genesis game, Michael Jackson's Moonwalk? No, I never played Moonwalker.
source is, it's got to be something valuable.
Never did.
And aren't saying much.
Yeah. Look, keep this close to your chest, but
I'm too fast with it. I moonwalked over there and stabbed him in the cranium, right in the spine. Take that, bitch. Oh wait. Do I gotta go over there again? I don't think so. I think once you get it, that's it. Oh well. Come on. You better... You whore! You actual whore!
So this is really it, huh? If they do find the Atlas in
I'm blind.
what's next?
the Atlas is a map. It's supposed to point the way to whatever
Yeah,
the
that's
natives
not
are
sloppy.
protecting out here. The divine source.
Go watch The Walking Dead, Bloodborne, and then watch one of my Flaws and Oz,
Whatever his
please.
source is, it's got
Please.
to be something valuable.
Please. Ooh, that was vicious, bro. Come on. Come on, jump down here, I dare you. Fucking dare you. I hear footsteps over here. Smoke another one. Which episode? I finished 9 again. Wait. Does this Tomb Raider game have the same creator, game engine as Splinter Cell? I don't know, because watch it looks like a female Splinter Cell. I have no idea. Google might tell you, but I don't know. Here we go. You bit. You mother. You worthless cow. Am I not supposed to grab that ledge?
So this is really it, huh? If they do find the Atlas in there, what's next?
The Atlas is a map. It's supposed to point the way to whatever the natives are protecting out here. This
Chat, I
defined
don't know what the
source,
fuck
not
I'm gonna do.
That's the part I'm not clear on.
Chris Rock better not have to cut his arm off. That's the one thing in Spiral I don't understand. We already know,
Saying much.
Yeah.
so it's not like the same.
Keep this close to your chest, but
It doesn't have the same impact. Because cutting their arm off alone, just that alone, wasn't the shocker. I'm what? You were gonna say I'm dead, weren't you? Little do you know. Nathan Drake is better? That's racist. And sexist. I am focused. I am calm. Bitch ain't grabbing a ledge. It's like she's allergic to ledges. Allegedly. Oh, I tricked the game. The game was like, you motherfucker. Oh, baby. Yeah, you better get up that ledge. You better climb that ledge. Climb it like it owes you money. I love this part with the rain and all that. I'm not even slowing down. I don't give a fuck. Look at that. Bam. I'm a G. Where am I going? I don't even know. I'm just like, fucking, let's get it. Look at this. I'm a beast. Developers didn't even expect you to go this way. I'm just going anyway because I'm a monster. Look at that. Look at that. She ain't even looking. Look, on this wall, that wall, up. She's going,
The stakes are too high.
Huh, where the fuck is she going? She's going down? She's going over this way? Yeah, there you go.
We've reached the lower level, but we have another problem. We've lost our rear guard.
Define lost, Commander.
Dead.
Visual contact.
Then proceed without.
That's not mission protocol, ma'am. Introduces unnecessary
Can you achieve your goal without them?
Ma'am, I don't think we're alone down here. I need tactical support.
No, we're stretched too thin across this valley. If you feel you're being pursued, then I suggest you move faster.
Oh, man. Too good for this game, yo. I'm too nice for this. Look at that. Look at that. Quick with it.
It's got to be down there.
Those generators! They're gonna pull us both down! Shit! Laura! Laura!
Wait. I let my anger get the best of me. Sorry, I apologize.
Those generators! They're gonna pull us both down! Shit! Laura! I can't hold on! Get behind the crane! Reconsider my offer, Laura, before it's too late. It was too late the moment you betrayed my family. I'm getting the Atlas, Anna.
Did you just shoot that bitch? She dead.
Something is slaughtering my men down there, Lara. If they can't find it, neither can you. Go to hell!
Replay that. Didn't she get shot in the gut? She
Cough
gut
is on her
shot and
way.
she holding her arm.
Kill
She's
her
pulling a
and bring
Rick
me that
with her
goddamn
injury
atlas.
bullshit. Okay. Which of the Tomb Raider games have you played? The last one I played was Tomb Raider Anniversary. I played every single Tomb Raider except for this and Shadow. These are the only two I didn't play. Legit. From the very first Tomb Raider, I was hooked on the PlayStation 1. Game over, man. Played every single one. Anniversary was sweet. If you're talking about the one on PS2, right? That one was sweet.
It has to be.
I played them all. Legends. I mean, Tomb Raider 1, 2. What was there, like 3 Legends? Anniversary. Even the shitty ones, yo. But for real, the first Tomb Raider is probably... Because, again, that was like the introduction to the open world back then. Like, not open world, but open level design in a way that was just revolutionary. You know what I mean? At the time. And games like that... Well, stab him, bitch. Stop being a pussy. Games like Tomb Raider, Resident Evil, man, those were experiences, you know?
What the hell is that?
Man, I wanna go to bed. Well, not go to bed, but shut it down and get something to eat and then go to bed and stuff. But I am curious as to what is going on. I am hella curious. Really? That's all I got? Let me back up. Let me back up. I blew myself up once. I beat Uncharted 2 and 3. I just didn't beat 4. I had a lot of fun with Uncharted. I really did.
For a month, I have got...
That was probably a waste. What are you doing? Just kidding. Why are you forcing me to walk this way? Not that way, but I mean slow. Like that way, like isn't slow. It's got to be all cinematic and shit. Uh-oh.
Trinity, they're here.
Target acquired. Clear the gate now.
Roger that.
Got her flanked. Flush her out.
Shit.
Moving into position. Light it. Go. She's reloading.
Oh, what?
Contact. Get clear.
Game, what the fuck are you doing?
But do not hit the objective. Let's go. Taking contact.
I'm trying to figure out why the game is aiming like that. Yeah, it does something weird with the aiming where you'll be like this, you'll stop aiming and duck, and then you'll aim again, and wait, bitch, you did it before. You'll be like this. Yeah, look what she's doing. I'm not moving the aiming at all. You'll aim and you'll be like this. You'll hide behind cover. You'll aim again and you'll be fucking who knows where. I like when the game leaves you where you were. Look, it's random. Why is she doing that? Maybe it's maybe my controller's a little worn out and it kind of like a loose controller. It's kind of like a loose bitch. You know what I'm saying? You had a hard time on this part? Well, I think this is the perfect time to chill and start fresh. What you guys think? One thing I do find frustrating. What the fuck? Oh, figures. I like challenging, but one thing I find frustrating with this is it's beyond challenging. It's they have the people in the background or in the back there, but they also have enemies that rush you. But it's like at a constant. It's not like at a reasonable. I don't know, man. It's so weird. Either I just, yeah, and like they're constantly look like gunning you down. Look at this. Yeah, they're constantly shooting. They unload and reload so quick. They're always, and they come at you. Some charge at you. There's almost no like balance and flow with it. They always know where you're at. You never hide. Your cover gets shot to shit. Holy shit. I guess maybe that's how they want you to play, all the running around and shit, but I don't know about that, man. Oh my god. I'm good with those odds. How did you know I was doing that? I could have just stayed up there and waited and just shot him in the face. How did you know I was doing the jump behind you technique?
I have zero visibility.
Oh my fucking lord, here we go.
The other fire teams reported multiple contacts. We're on our own until they break through.
No time. Croft has the package. We can't lose her.
Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck was that? I sneak attacked? And I still got hit with the sneak attack?
She's reloading. Advancing.
You guys don't know where the fuck I am. I'm using a bow and arrow.
Taking fire! Give me suppressing fire! Now! Covering... He's reloading! Shoot her!
I want to know how I got hit. If you guys don't mind telling me.
I see her! Take her down! I'm under fire! Advancing to cover! Got your back! Taking fire! Back me up!
Oh, that was risky. Come on, boy. Say hello to my little friend. You wanna play? Huh? Okay. I play. Jeff 1990. Hey Ronnie, just popping in to show some love. Can't wait to see you do a Last of Us 2 stream, and I think Flaws and Alls deserves more views, put together so well. Very insightful. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support, homie. And I think if we really grind and get the... Like I said, my main focus is getting a consistent uploads. I really feel like we can start bringing people in once they know every Monday, every Friday, and we're able to do it and build from there, grow from there. I think we can make it work. It would be so much easier if I had it scheduled and then, you know, have the time allotted for that, and then I'll know when to place the gaming streams in between those. And again, that's for a few months. I think that would be great, having The Walking Dead flowing on and a movie flowing on. Alright, we are going to stop it here, though. I see it saving finally, so I think that would be great, having a Walking Dead flowing on every Monday, a movie flowing on every Friday. And then once I get my schedule down, we can, you know, scatter shot the gaming streams in between and rock with that schedule for a few months, see how it goes for a good 6 months. I think that will work just fine. We get the best of both worlds, and then once we, I don't know, depending on how that goes, you know, if it's doing really well, or maybe we can start venturing out with the lists or yada yada yada. Because keep in mind, for the future content, which it hurts because that's the biggest, fastest, easiest content, is predictions and theories. But we're dropping that all together, which it's going to be hard to bounce back from, but I think we can do it. All right, thanks for the support, everyone. And it's going to be a few days, probably at least, before I can do another gaming stream. But if we do, we'll play a little more Tomb Raider. Maybe we'll mix it up with another game I got that I haven't played yet. We'll see. But have a good night, and I'll see you in a few days for The Walking Dead 103. Flawing on. All right. Good night.